Baseball tonight on the Plainsmen Radio Network as the Plainsmen get ready to take on the Western Nebraska Pioneers in the last game of the first half. I was able to talk with head coach J.M. Kelly after the Plainsmen completed the sweep over the Casper Horseheads yesterday, and he talked about what he was most impressed with in the 9-1 victory.
Carson Lyden goes out. It's the first time we've seen him throw, and he does a great job. Carlton Perkins has a phenomenal outing once again. And then offensively, we got on them early, and we kind of kept going. We kind of hit a lull there toward the end. Once we started to pull away a little bit, we went a little more station to station and got a little less aggressive on the base paths, and I'm good with that, just with the pace of the game and the way it was going. So, great job all the way around, offensively, defensively, and, on the mound. Just everybody doing their job and just a team effort.
You mentioned on the mound, Carlton Perkins goes the longest he's gone all year by 2 innings. He gives up no runs, 7 hits. He got into a couple spots there where he, gave up some hits, but he was able to get out of it every single time. And then for your other 3 guys, Oswald, Hendricks, and Lyden, I'll pitch for you. It's your first time seeing Hendricks in a while. So just what did you like from what you saw from the arms here today?
Good to see Brock come in and do that. Had a really good outing the first weekend of the season, and had been kind of going through some injuries. But it's really good to see him back on the mound and throwing and being healthy. Oswald, great job. Gives up a run, but goodness, what do you expect? You can't hold somebody down the entire game. They got 7 hits off Perkins, so you bring somebody in there with just a tick less velo than Carlton, and obviously they're going to see it a little bit better. So proud of him and competing. Early on he struggled a little bit being in the zone, but he's been in the zone a ton, and he's really given himself an opportunity to be able to get outs that way. So, and then obviously Carson, first time seeing him, a phenomenal job by him. 2 quick outs, and then kind of the focus. I don't know, maybe if that's what it was. But just a great job by the entire pitching staff. Sandy's doing a really good job with them, and keeping them on track and allowing us to have the guys that we need in the right spots of the game to be available. So,
one thing I've been probably most impressed with about the team so far this season is the fact that every day there's a couple new faces in the batting order, but especially these last couple of weeks, it seems like you guys are still always able to manufacture runs. So just what can you say about the depth that it seems that you guys have at the position players?
We just have a bunch of hitters. Have guys that want to compete. I feel like there's guys in this league or teams in this league, they all have guys that can hit. It's just guys that want to show up and compete every day, and I'm not saying they don't. I just know that I think our guys want to compete more than everybody else does. You stick 9 guys in the lineup at any given time, and I'm going to feel good about it. We start pinch hitting guys. Cesar Garcia gets a hit. Jalen Ruffin gets a hit. So, it's just those guys want to get in there and compete. It doesn't matter the circumstance. And so when you want to do that, good things are going to happen for you. That goes back to playing the game the right way and being put in a spot and wanting to be in that spot.
So, you guys have done your job so far this weekend with this big weekend, now 3-0 here this weekend. You get the sweep over Casper now, a huge game with Western Nebraska tomorrow. Just what's going to be the big key to that one, and what are you looking forward to in that game?
We just have to go out and compete. We've got our dude on the mound. We've got our guy that's been good for us all year on the mound. He had a shaky start. He started game 1 of the year for us against Western Nebraska and had a shaky start. So, since then he's been really, really good. And, hopefully he can go out and give us 6-7 innings of really, really good baseball. And if he can't do that, then we've got bigger problems. We'll be sitting there at the end of the game going, what happened. But if he can do that, we'll be in a really good situation, and then we've got the entire bullpen ready to go tomorrow. So I feel really good about it. Offensively, we're seeing the ball really well. I don't know what they're going to throw at us, but we'll take whatever they throw at us, and we'll get after it.
Big thanks to Coach Kelly for talking to me after the conclusion of yesterday's game. Coming up, I'll rejoin you from Billwood Field. Get your starting lineups and first pitch as we bring you this one game between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. This is North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
Hello, this is Gracie Wenzel. Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
Back with you from Billwood Field. It's the Pepsi pregame show as we get you ready for first pitch between the North Platte Plainsmen and the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Again, this is a big implication game if Western Nebraska wins tonight and has Hastings lose one of their two against Fremont tonight. They secure a playoff spot. For the Plainsmen, they need a win tonight and then a Western Nebraska loss to Hastings tomorrow to clinch a playoff spot. Let's go over the starting lineups. First for the visiting team, the Western Nebraska Pioneers under the direction of head coach Antonio Garcia. Eric Smelko will lead off. He's in center field. That'll be Jace Jeremiah. He's batting second. He's at shortstop. He's knocked in 23 RBIs so far this season. Then it'll be Alex Zerfus. Zerfus will be batting third. He's in right field. Then it'll be Declan Weisner. He'll be batting cleanup, the first new player in this lineup that the Plainsmen have not seen so far this season. He'll be at the DH spot. Another new player that the Plainsmen have not seen, it's Isaac Lopez. Lopez will be at third base. Then it'll be Ryan Callahan from Kansas. He'll be at first base. Adam Enyart will be in left field. He's batting seventh. Connor Dowdy, who's making his Western Nebraska debut here tonight, he'll be catching. And then Jackson Wall will round out the starting nine for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. So again, Smelko, Jeremiah, Zerfus, Weisner, Lopez, Callahan, Enyart, Dowdy, and Wall. Harrison Blum will get the start on the mound, getting his fifth start of the season and his second start against the North Platte Plainsmen. For North Platte, they'll go this way. Cade Wood will lead off. He'll be at shortstop. Bryce Zimmerer, he'll be batting second in right field. Giancarlo Servine, the power righty from Texas A&M Kingsville, he'll be batting third. He is at second base. Connor Flagg is back behind the plate. He'll be batting cleanup. Lucas Johnson will stay in the starting lineup. He's at the DH spot. That'll be Connor Higgs. Higgs will be in left field. Batting seventh, it'll be Oscar Stark. Oscar Stark is at third base. Then it'll be Carson Lighton. He's batting eighth. He's at first. And then rounding out the starting nine, it'll be Garrett Thompson, who's in center field. So again, for the Plainsmen, it'll be Wood, Zimmerer, Servine, Flagg, Johnson, Higgs, Stark, Lighton, and Thompson. Getting the start on the hill will be Caden Fiveash, who has thrown the most strikeouts in the Independence League so far this season. The next highest has 6 less and has pitched 6 more innings that Fiveash has. 46-6 strikeout to walk ratio for Caden Fiveash. He'll be getting the start on the hill. It's Military Appreciation Night for the Plainsmen, so they will be in their camo uniforms. Camo with the North Platte lettering on the front, gray letters with the white outline. They'll be wearing white pants, green socks, and the green caps with the Plainsmen logo. For the Western Nebraska Pioneers, uniform-wise, they will be in their blues with the red lettering, the white outline. The gray pants, blue socks with the red stripes, and then they will be wearing their blue caps with the Western Nebraska logo and the red trims on that. Again, lineup-wise, for Western Nebraska, Smelko, Jeremiah, Zerfus, Weisner, Lopez, Callahan, Enyart, Dowdy, and Wall. With Harrison Blum on the mound, and for the Plainsmen, it's Wood, Zimmerer, Servine, Flagg, Johnson, Higgs, Stark, Leiden, and Thompson, with Caden Fiveash getting the start on the mound. Playoffs are in the air. Western Nebraska trying to clinch it tonight. For the North Platte, they are trying to put the pressure on the Pioneers by winning tonight and then hoping that the Hastings Sodbusters can take care of business tomorrow against the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Well, that'll wrap up our Pepsi pregame show. Coming up, it's first pitch from Billwood Field as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3-ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation how many years from now. When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime, downtown North Platte.
SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping.
Chuck Heeman, operating owner of your North Platte Plainsmen. Stop by Jerry Remus Chevrolet, the only full-service dealer in North Platte and the surrounding area. Get your car worked on in our beautiful body shop. While you're there, check out the new and used inventory at Jerry Remus Chevrolet on South Jefferson in North Platte.
I've got the keys to your new car, Jerry Remus Chevrolet.
I'm Buffalo Bill. Here I'm
Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source, Star Cattle Company, our family farm and ranch since 1912, located right here in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or eighth beef locally in North Platte and Lincoln, Nebraska. We also ship nationwide every Monday. Place your order today at birdwoodbeef.com and follow Birdwood Beef on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about your local beef producer. Birdwood Beef, ranch-raised, grain-finished Nebraska beef.
I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse our new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You can even take our cars for a test drive to see if this is the car for you. We have a talented team of automotive specialists, so come stop by at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte or call us at 308-532-8400. That's 308-532-8400.
Toyota, let's go places.
2 home games filled with food.
Welcome to Scottsbluff County. From Scottsbluff National Monument to Chimney Rock, we are Nebraska's landmark country and a whole lot more. From our bountiful selection of scenic golf courses, our world-class zoo, the breathtaking Lake Minnetonka, and our family-friendly community events, we have something for you and your family year-round.
Let's back with you from Billwood Field as we are just about ready for first pitch here between the 16-10 North Platte Plainsmen and the 16-9 Western Nebraska Pioneers. Western Nebraska currently in first place in the Nebraska Land Division, with the Plainsmen half a game back, so not much of a bigger game that you could get here tonight. Meet the starting pitcher, Caden Fiveash, who has been the go-to guy for the Plainsmen so far this season. The 6-foot righty from Rockwell, Texas, plays his college ball at NOC Tonkawa. 2-1 he is on the season, 2.88 ERA, 4 starts, 6 appearances so far for him this year. He's pitched 25 innings, given up 8 runs, all of them earned, 24 hits, 46 strikeouts, only 6 walks. His last start was his best, but it was 13 days ago, so almost 2 weeks away from his last start for the Plainsmen. He did pitch in relief this weekend, only an inning to close out the 9th in the 8-4 win for the Plainsmen in Game 1 of the 3-game series with Casper. But on that June 14th start, he went 8 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 13 strikeouts, and no walks. He, of course, got the win in that game. It was a 5-2 victory over the Fremont Moo. His first start of the season, though, was against these Western Nebraska Pioneers, where he went 2 2/3, 4 runs, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks, and that was the game where Coach J.M. Kelly postgame said that you would not see that from him again, and so far we have not. Defensively, Higgs is in left, Thompson's in center, Zimmer is in right, Starks at third, Woods at short, Servine is at second, Leiden's at first, and Flagg is behind the plate. Eric Smelko, the lefty, set to lead things off for the Western Nebraska Pioneers here in the top of the first as we bring you this important game. First pitch underway is in there for a strike. First pitch tonight at 6:38. It is 84 degrees here in North Platte, Nebraska. Very windy, winds coming out of the south at 15 miles per hour as the 0-1 skips low. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike to start out. Caden Fiveash to Eric Smelko. Smelko, the 5'9" switch hitter, plays his college ball at Cal State Dominguez Hills as the second pitch will miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. He was a junior in college this last year, so an experienced batter. This is his second straight year with Western Nebraska. 2 balls, 1 strike to Smelko. That one is going to be swung on, lined into center field, but it's lined right to Garrett Thompson, who makes the catch. So 1 retired here in the top of the first. So this will now bring up Jace Jeremiah. Jeremiah has been unbelievable so far this season. Jace Jeremiah, the 5'10" righty from Skyline Junior College. He steps in with 1 gone. Jeremiah's batting .341, second best batting average on the team. 8 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, 23 RBIs as he lifts that one into right center. Thompson again will make the catch, and quickly 2 gone here in the top of the first. Well, not a usual start for Fiveash, as you usually see a couple strikeouts, but nonetheless, phase 2 batters retired both so far. So this will bring up Alex Zerfus with 2 gone. Nobody on for the Pioneers here in the top half of the first. Again, you can hear the wind blowing in the background is something that you could definitely see impact today's game. Zerfus comes in with 2 gone, nobody on for Western Nebraska here in the top of the first. First pitch from Fiveash is in there for a strike. Zerfus again coming in with 2 gone, nobody on. Here's the 0-1 pitch. 0-1 is fouled back, a late swing. He just got a piece of it. Zerfus comes from Gonzaga University, stands at 5'11", bats right. Zerfus in 21 games is batting .295, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 9 RBIs, and 15 strikeouts. No balls and 2 strikes. Fiveash with the 0-2. That one will skip in the dirt. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes from Caden Fiveash to Alex Zerfus. A line out to center for Eric Smelko in the top of the first. A fly out. Then by Jace Jeremiah also to the center fielder Thompson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. It'll miss upstairs. So Cannell even out 2 balls, 2 strikes from Fiveash to Zerfus. Declan Weisner stands on deck if they were to get to him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fiveash shakes off a couple pitches. Continues to shake off pitches, and now time will be called by the home plate umpire. Home plate umpire is Lucas Franzen. Jacob Yeager is in the field tonight for this important contest between the Plainsmen and the Pios. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strikeout number 1 for Caden Fiveash, and the side is retired. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Pioneers in the top of the first. Do it for the Plainsmen. It'll be Wood, Zimmerer, and Servine in the bottom of the first. After half an inning, no score. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg? Well, the Brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse our new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You can even take our cars for a test drive to see if this is the car for you. We have a talented team of automotive specialists, so come stop by at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte, or call us at 308-532-8400. That's 308-532-8400.
Toyota, let's go places.
With you in the bottom of the first, No score for the Plainsmen and the Pioneers so far in this one after a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Pioneers in the top of the first. Harrison Blum will get the start on the mound for the Pioneers here tonight. The 6'6" righty from Fridley, Minnesota. He plays his college ball at Luther College. 0-1 so far he is on the year, a 4.73 ERA. 4 starts, 4 appearances for Blum. He's pitched 19 innings, 11 runs, 10 of them earned, 23 hits, 16 strikeouts, and 9 walks. His last start was June 18th against the Nebraska Prospects, where he went 6 innings, 6 innings pitched, 2 runs, 8 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. He also pitched against the Plainsmen back on June 3rd, where he went 5 innings, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 5 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Defensively, Enyart's in left, Smelko's in center, Zerfis is in right, Lopez is at third, Jeremiah at short, Wall at second, Callahan at first. Dowdy is behind the plate. First pitch to Cade Wood, a soft grounder to the pitcher's mound, and now the third baseman, Lopez, will make the throw onto first. They just get Cade Wood in time. So first pitch swinging and getting it out is Cade Wood. But like the approach there. Want to try to jump on Blum early, try to get some contact. As this will now bring up Bryce Zimmerer, the lefty, who will be attending South Dakota State next year. Zimmerer, the lefty, steps in to face the righty Harrison Blum after Cade Wood was retired to lead off the bottom of the first. First pitch misses low, 1 ball and no strikes. To start out Harrison Blum to Bryce Zimmerer. Nope, 1 ball and no strikes. That one again will miss low, so it's now 2 balls and no strikes. Zimmer on the year, he's batting .325 in 22 games as the 2-0 pitch will be swung on and missed. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. 26 runs scored for Zimmerer, 2 doubles. He has 12 RBIs, 16 stolen bases now in the season. 2 balls and 1 strike, the pitch to Zimmerer. That one is going to be poked to third. Lopez again on it. The throw on to first will just beat Zimmerer. I am amazed at how Zimmerer is almost able to beat that throw. But they get him. So now 2 gone here in the top of the first. 2 quick outs for the Plainsmen, similar to what we saw for the Pios in the top half of the first, as this will bring up Giancarlo Servine. Servine, the righty from Texas A&M Kingsville, steps in with 2 gone. Nobody on for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the first. Servine in 19 games, .388, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs, 9 doubles. As the first pitch to Servine will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Harrison Blum to Giancarlo Servine. A lot of this lineup will have seen Blum back in that June 3rd game. Servine, though, is not one of those players, as that pitch is fouled up and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count will even out. That is the one positive about having Blum pitch here today for Western Nebraska, is the fact that a lot of these hitters will have seen him, and the Plainsmen in Western Nebraska will play 5 straight games, 4 of them when the second half starts, as Servine flies one into right field. It's down for a base hit. First hit of the game, first base runner for either team as Servine gets on at first. It's a 2-out single, and now Connor Flagg will try to keep things going. Connor Flagg, the lefty, cleanup hitter, plays his college ball at Central Arkansas. He stands in with 2 gone. Giancarlo Servine standing at first. So Flagg will try to keep things going for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the first after the 2-out single by Giancarlo Servine. Servine is going to take off for second. He is going to try the base pass. He will be in there. Didn't actually get a signal from Jacob Yeager, the field umpire, but it was a beautiful jump by Servine. It was a nice throw by Doughty behind the plate. Just not in time. So Flagg now has a runner in scoring position. 1 ball and no strikes. Harrison Blum comes set. Here's the 1-0. That one will be in there for a strike, so count will even out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count is even here to Connor Flagg with Giancarlo Servine standing at second, who led off with 2 hit outs with a single and then stole second. 1-1 pitch. Popped up foul out of play on the left field side, so it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Giancarlo Servine, that's now his 6th stolen base of the year. So he now stands in the scoring position 180 feet away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harrison Blum to Connor Flagg. 1-2 pitch will miss low and away. So count will even out. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Harrison Blum to Connor Flagg. Lucas Johnson stands on deck if they were to get to him. 2-2 the count. Harrison Blum comes set, looks on to Flagg. The 2-2 pitch will miss low. So count now goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Blum to Flagg. Walk doesn't kill you in the inning as a couple bases open, first and third open currently for the Plainsmen. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Flagg. That one is going to be swung on, line into left field, and the catch will be made by Enyard, who was looking into the sun. A nice catch to end off the inning, and the Plainsmen leave one stranded in scoring position. Plainsmen in the bottom of the first, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 on base. We head to the top of the second. Due up for the Pioneers, it'll be Weisner, Lopez, and Callahan. After 1 complete, no score. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hiddeners. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hiddeners' trusted staff, serving North Platte for 67 years. Hiddeners Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar. Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something as seemingly simple as a swollen foot or ankle, complications related to diabetes, or an injury that requires surgery, we're here to help. Some of the services available by our providers include, but aren't limited to, the care and treatment of corns, calluses, and warts, custom-made orthodontics, diabetic foot care, arthritis, reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, foot and ankle trauma, fungal nails, ingrown toenails, heel and arch pain, pediatric foot care, sports injuries, and wound care. Visit us at 815 South Maple Street in North Platte. Phone number 308-532-3600. Again, 308.
We're through 1 complete, ready for the top of the second. John Willis with you on Citrus 3, our online radio streaming service, and our mobile app available on Android. No score here as we start out the top of the second for the Plainsmen. And Caden Fiveash got the first 2 batters to fly out to the center fielder in Garrett Thompson, then it struck out Alex Surface to end off the top half of the first. Declan Weisner will lead things off. The 6-foot righty from Walter State, hails from Castle Rock, Colorado. He'll lead things off for the Pios here in the top of the second. First pitch off speed is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to start out Caden Fiveash to Declan Weisner. Weisner has played 7 games so far, batting .367. 1 home run, 3 RBIs for him so far. It's the 0-1, misses upstairs. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. We did hear that the Hastings Sodbusters just fell to the Fremont Moo in Game 1, as that one is going to be struck into left field. The catch will be made by Connor Higgs, and 1 retired now here at the top of the second. So what does that mean, do you ask? Western Nebraska now, if they win tonight, they clinch the playoffs, and tomorrow's game will not matter. For the Plainsmen, still same situation, where if they win, they still need to cheer for a Sodbuster loss, or Sodbuster win, Western Nebraska loss tomorrow. So with Fremont winning that first game over Hastings, that will change things here a little bit, as that first pitch to Isaac Lopez misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Caden Fiveash to Isaac Lopez. Lopez in 11 games, he's batting .326, the righty. 10 runs, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. It's the 1-0 pitch to him. Swung on it and fouled back. So count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike. Lopez, the 5'10 righty from UT Rio Grande Valley. His hometown is Edinburgh, Texas. 1 ball, 1 strike from Caden Five-Ash to Isaac Lopez. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 is fouled back and out of play. So it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes from Five-Ash to Lopez. So 1-2 the count with 1 gone, nobody on for the Pioneers here in the top of the second. No score between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Five-Ash looks on. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped grounder to third. Stark is on it. Throw off of 1 foot to first is in time. So a ground out to third for Isaac Lopez. And now 2 again retired here in the top of the second. So this will bring up Ryan Callahan, the 6-hitter who's playing first base defensively. Callahan, the lefty from the University of Kansas. Stands at 6'2". Hometown Overland Park, Kansas, as the first pitch catches the inside bottom corner. No balls and 1 strike to start out Caden Five-Ash to Ryan Callahan. Callahan in 18 games, he's batting .277, 11 RBIs for him on the year. The 0-1 pitch to Callahan, fouled back behind the press box on the third base side, so no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count with 2 gone, nobody on for Western Nebraska here in the top of the second. No score between North Platte and Western Nebraska. The 0-2 pitch will skip in the dirt, so it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes from Caden Five-Ash to Ryan Callahan. So far, Five-Ash has retired the first 5 batters he's seen. 1 on a strikeout, 2 on flyouts, 1 on a lineout. The last out on a ground out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, strikeout number 2 for Caden Five-Ash. And for the second straight inning, the Pioneers will go 1-2-3. Way to the bottom of the second. Do it for the Plainsmen. It'll be Johnson, Higgs, and Stork. After 1.5, still no score. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
A career that drives you? When you drive for adventure, you'll find the freedom to live a life you love while seeing the country. Because with adventure, you control when and where you drive, whether it's near or far. Choose from a variety of travel opportunities with competitive pay and adventure to great places. Go to driveadventure.com and apply today. All drivers must be 25 years old with an active CDL.
Agent Hershey.
This is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's. Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte, order online at Domino's.com, or call us at 308-534-0400. That's 308-534-0400. Domino's, oh yeah.
If you're in protective...
Things for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America.
We don't have contracts here at the Nebraska Athletic Club.
Lucas Johnson swings and fouls the first pitch back at the bottom of the second from Harrison Blum. So count starts out no balls and 1 strike. John Wills with you, covering this important game between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. No balls and 1 strike, the count starts. Harrison Blum ready for his second inning of work as the 0-1 to Lucas Johnson. That one is going to be grounded past short into left field. It's a leadoff single for Lucas Johnson. The righty from Wright State, he leads off this inning with a single. Plainsmen now with 2 hits in the contest. They have a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the second. So bring up Connor Higgs, the lefty from Louisiana Lafayette. Connor Higgs has been fantastic so far for the Plainsmen in his games that he's been here. For Connor Higgs, in 8 games, is batting .500, 14 hits and 28 tries. Scored 7 runs, 2 doubles, 8 RBIs. Had 3 important ones in the extra inning win in Game 2 over Casper as that first pitch is fouled off. No balls and 1 strike to start out Harrison Blum to Connor Higgs. Again, he had the 2 tying runs knocked in off the 2 RBI double in the bottom of the 8th in the Casper game to tie the game at 5. Then lined one to center field to score Seth Williams from third on a sac fly to give the Plainsmen the victory. He pops that one up into foul territory on the left field side. It'll get out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes from Harrison Blum to Connor Higgs. Harrison Blum stands at 6'6". That is a towering height to be at the pitcher position. I can't imagine having to step in the batter's box against 6'6". No balls and 2 strikes here from Blum to Higgs, with Lucas Johnson standing at first after his leadoff single. No balls, 2 strikes. Blum comes set. The 0-2 pitch will miss upstairs. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Johnson made a move towards second but did not take. Stoddy almost came up for a throw over to first. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harrison Blum to Connor Higgs with nobody out, a runner on first. 1-2 pitch. Will miss outside. So it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Johnson stands at first after his leadoff single. Two balls, 2 strikes. Johnson dancing off of first, so they will try to pick him off. They throw it back. He's back in there safely. So count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two the count to the lefty Higgs with Johnson on first. 2-2 as Johnson takes off for second, but that one is flown up foul territory on the left field side. It'll land out of play. So still 2 balls, 2 strikes from Blum to Higgs. Again, this is the last game of the first half for the Plainsmen. They'll have today, or tomorrow, and the day after, so Tuesday and Wednesday off, and then they actually head to Gehring for the first time this summer to start out the second half of the season with basically 4 straight games against the Pioneers. So including this one, it'll be 5. 2-2 pitch as they will try to pick off Johnson again. Johnson is just back in there safely. So count still 2 balls, 2 strikes from Harrison Blum to Connor Higgs. Blum comes set. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one is going to be skied up left center. Smelko moving to his right. He will make the catch and 1 retired here in the bottom of the second. So Connor Higgs flies out after a long battle with Harrison Blum. 1 gone. Lucas Johnson still at first, and this will bring up the righty and Oscar Stark. Oscar Stark, the righty from Washington State. Stark in 17 games is batting .273, scored 16 runs, 5 doubles, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. He steps in with 1 away, and Johnson standing at first. Lucas Johnson will start to run towards second, but he comes back. As the first pitch misses upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Johnson has only stolen 1 bag in his 7 games with the Plainsmen. He has yet to be caught stealing. He is really getting into the head of Harrison Blum and the catcher Dowdy behind the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. They'll try to pick off Johnson again, but he's back in there sliding. So the count's still 1 ball and no strikes from Blum to Stork. 1-0 the count with 1 gone in the bottom of the second. Plainsmen out hitting the Pioneers 2-0. The 1-0 is fouled back to the screen. So still 1 ball and 1 strike from Harrison Blum to Oscar Stark. 1-1 the pitch. Again, Fremont took the 7-inning game against the Hastings Sodbusters 2-1. So now the Hastings are officially eliminated from that first half playoff spot as they will try to pick it back to first. Johnson will just get back in there safely with a nice little step back move. As it's now 2 balls, 1 strike to from Harrison Blum to Oscar Stark. Johnson is really really being dangerous on the base pass right now for North Platte. Already one stolen base from Giancarlo Servine in this contest. 2-1 pitch. Will catch the bottom part of the zone. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. So now the only 2 teams that have a shot for that first place spot to secure a playoff spot is Western Nebraska and North Platte, and they are currently in the bottom of the second here at Billwood Field. And Western Nebraska can clinch it with a win. North Platte with a win and a Western Nebraska loss tomorrow. 2-2, that one is going to be lined into right field. Zerfus will take a couple steps to his left. He makes the catch. And now 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Johnson remains stranded at first. This will bring up Carson Leiden, the lefty from the University of Oregon. For Leiden, he's both hit and pitched so far for the Plainsmen in the couple games that he's been here. Hitting-wise, he is 3 for 6 in his 2 games. He scored 2 runs. He's also been hit by 2 pitches in 2 games. Leiden also pitched an inning yesterday for North Platte in the 9-1 victory for the Plainsmen over the Horseheads as the first pitch misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. In that inning for Leiden, he pitched 2 strikeouts, no runs, no hits. So he can really do it on both sides of the ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Blum comes set. The 1-0 to Leiden. Will catch in the bottom inside corner. So kind of leaving out 1 ball, 1 strike. Leiden having a word with the home plate umpire, Lucas Franzen. 1-1 the count with 2 gone. Johnson on first. No score between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. 1-1 pitch. They'll try to pick off Johnson. Johnson is back in there sliding. So count still 1 ball, 1 strike to Carson Leiden. 1 ball, 1 strike. With 2 gone, Lucas Johnson takes off for second. A beautiful jump. The throw will get in, just get away from Jeremiah, not far enough into left center for Johnson to advance. It's the second stolen base of the game for the Plainsmen. This time Lucas Johnson picks it up. It's the second stolen base for him so far through 7 games with North Platte. So now Carson Leiden has a runner in scoring position. The Plainsmen had a runner in scoring position with 2 out in the first. We're not able to take advantage as Connor Flagg flew out to left field. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the lefty Carson Leiden. 2 on the count. That one will be fouled back to the screen. So 2 balls, 2 strikes from Harrison Blum to Carson Leiden. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second, 2 gone here in the bottom of the second for the Plainsmen. 2-2 pitch to Leiden. Is going to ring him up. Catches the inner bottom corner. That'll be the end of the second as he gets Leiden looking. So Plainsmen again, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 on base. We head to the top of the third. Due up for the Pioneers, it'll be Enyart, Dowdy, and Wall. After 2 complete, no score. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, that seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source, Star Cattle Company, our family farm and ranch since 1912, located right here in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or eighth beef locally in North Platte and Lincoln, Nebraska. We also ship nationwide every Monday. Place your order today at birdwoodbeef.com and follow Birdwood Beef on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about your local beef producer. Birdwood Beef.
John Willis back with you from Billwood Field. We're through 2 complete, ready for the top of the 3rd. No score between North Platte and Western Nebraska. Pitcher's duel so far through 2. Five Ash has yet to let a runner get on base. He has 2 strikeouts, and for the Plainsmen, they have left 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs in the first 2 innings. Adam Enyart will lead things off for the Pioneers here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch is a strike. So catches the inner bottom corner. This is another player that the Plainsmen have yet to see so far this year. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch to Enyart. That one will miss upstairs, so Cannell even out 1 ball, 1 strike. Enyart, the 6'3" righty from Bakersfield, California. He plays his college ball at St. Mary's. The 1-1 pitch to him. Off speed will be in there for a strike. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Adam Enyart. Enyart through 6 games, only 2 hits and 18 tries so far for the Pioneers. As the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch will miss upstairs. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Pioneers here in the top of the 3rd with Enyart, Dowdy, and Wall. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one will skip low, so Cal will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Caden Five Ash to Adam Enyart. So 2-2 the count. Or excuse me, 3-2. As here's the pitch to Enyart. That one will be grounded over to Oscar Stark at 3rd. The throw on to first is going to be off the bag, and Enyart will beat it out. So that'll be an error over at 3rd by Stark. And now the Pioneers have their first base runner of the game here in the top of the 3rd. So this will now bring up Connor Dowdy making his Western Nebraska debut, the righty. First pitch from Five Ash will miss upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Dowdy, the 6-foot righty from Clarksville, Tennessee, plays his college ball at Trevecca Nazarene. He was a freshman for them this year. Getting his Western Nebraska debut as they'll try to pick off Adam Enyart over at first, but he's back in there sliding. 1 ball and no strikes from Five Ash to Dowdy. Defensively, he's catching the 1-0. Soft grounder that will just be stopped by Wood. No chance for any kind of throw. So it's the first hit for the Pioneers, and now they have runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out. So now this will bring up Jackson Wall with nobody out, runners at 1st and 2nd. Jackson Wall, the 6'3" righty, plays his college ball at Grand Canyon University. His hometown is San Jose, California. Righty steps in with nobody out. First runners at 1st and 2nd. He shows bunt. First pitch will miss upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Jackson Wall so far through 15 games, he's batting .265, 11 runs, 3 doubles, 8 RBIs. 1 ball and no strikes. Five Ash to Wall. The 9-hitter again shows bunt. Lays it down. It will go foul. No, they'll say it goes fair, as they will say he's safe. Man, that went past the line. I don't know how that was not called a foul ball. It looked like it went well to the right of the foul line. And so now head coach J.M. Kelly will come out and talk with the field umpire and Jacob Yeager. That looked like it was foul by a good amount, too. I'll have to go back and see it, but they'll come and talk here. Thought it had turned foul, and then Five Ash picked it up to throw on to first. Man. So they will meet, try to figure this out as If not, it'll be bases loaded with nobody out. Head coach J.M. Kelly not happy, and I think he's got a good argument. So that looked like it was foul from up here at least. So questionable call to say the least. So now the bases will be loaded for top of the order and Eric Smelko. Be an infield hit, I guess. Smelko is 0 for 1 with a lineout so far in this one. First pitch to Smelko. Will miss inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Is now taking off. Is Enyart from third. They'll try to catch him. He is going to be out. Enyart was trying to take off for the bag, but Connor Flagg got on it in time, so he tried to go back to third. They make the throw to Stark. Stark gets the tag and a huge first out for the Plainsmen here in the top of the third. 1 ball and no strikes now from Caden Fiveash to the lefty, Eric Smelko, with 2 gone, runners at first and second after Enyart is caught trying to get back to third base. Smelko again lined out in his first appearance. That pitch will miss low. 2 balls and no strikes now from Fiveash to Smelko. Fiveash comes set with the 2-0 with runners at first and second. 2-0 is fouled back to the screen, so it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike from Fiveash to Smelko with 1 gone, runners at first and second. Plainsman trying to get out of what was a bases loaded with nobody out. 2 balls, 1 strike. That'll skip in the dirt. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike from Caden Fiveash. Here to Eric Smelko. So 3-1 the count, trying to avoid loading up the bases. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded, foul on the third base side. So count now goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Caden Fiveash to Eric Smelko. Again, 1 gone here in the top of the third after Adam Enyart was caught. He was trying to take off for home, then tried to head back. Full count here. Fiveash comes set, righty to lefty, with 1 gone here in the top of the third. 3-2 pitches. Both runners take off. That one is skied up right field. Zimmerer chasing after it. He'll make the catch. Both runners have to trot back. And now 2 gone here in the top of the third. Still runners at first and second. And now the Plainsmen a chance to get out of this. This would be huge. So this will bring up Jace Jeremiah, who's 0 for 1 with a flyout. Downey stands at second, Walls at first, with 2 gone here in the top of the third. Plainsmen trying to get out of a bases loaded with nobody out. Fiveash comes set. First pitch to Jeremiah is fouled back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike to start out Caden Fiveash to Jace Jeremiah. And it was a leadoff throwing error by Stork to get Enyart on base, then a single by Dowdy. An infield bunt single that looked like it had gone foul, but they called it fair to get Wall on base. And then Enyart, on a pitch that got away from Flagg, tried to take off for home. He was caught. Now getting off the bag was Jackson Wall. They tried to throw back to first, but Leiden was well off the bag. So still 1 ball, 1 strike from Fiveash to Jace Jeremiah. As now Connor Flagg, the catcher, will come out and talk with Caden Fiveash to try to figure out how to approach Jace Jeremiah here with 2 gone. Runners at first and second again. The Pioneers had the bases loaded with nobody out here in the top of the third. Plainsmen are a couple pitches possibly away from getting out of it without the Pioneers scoring anything. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 5-ash to Jeremiah. 5-ash comes set with the 1-1. Kicks and deals the pitch. 1-1, that one is going to be lined into left field. It is going to be down for a base hit. Connor Dowdy is going to round third. He will score. Now taking off for second is Jeremiah. Jeremiah's in there. It's an RBI double, and the Pioneers take the lead here in the top of the third. Off the bat of Jace Jeremiah. So the Plainsmen will not get out of it without allowing at least one, as the Pioneers take the lead here in the top of the third, 1-0. So this will bring up Alex Zerfus, the righty, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in this one. First pitch from 5-ash is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to start out Caden 5-ash to Alex Zerfus. 2 gone, runners at second and third. Plainsmen trying to now just get out of it, allowing 1 is the 0-1 pitch. Miss high and away, so now 1 ball and 1 strike. One with 2 gone here in the top of the third. Five-ash waiting for his sign. He now comes set, kicks and deals the 1-1. 1-1 will catch. No, it'll just miss. Thought it might catch the bottom part of the strike zone, but it misses a little low. 2 balls and 1 strike now from Caden 5-ash to Alex Zerfus. Two-1 pitch from 5-ash. It will miss upstairs. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, as there is first base open, but as I've said before, you don't want to get there. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Zerfus. It'll miss. It's a walk. So now the bases are loaded again. Declan Wisner will try to come in now and try to give the Pioneers a huge advantage here in the top of the third. Again, they clinch the playoffs now with a win here tonight after Hastings lost 2-1 in Game 1 against Fremont. First pitch here to Wisner. Will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. To start out Caden 5-ash to Declan Wisner. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a strike. Fastball down the heart of the plate. It'll even out the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. From Caden 5-ash to Declan Wisner. One the pitch from 5-ash. That one is skied up on the infield. Flag the catcher. Moving into foul territory. He'll make the catch. And the Pioneers will leave the bases loaded. They do score 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. They leave 3 on base. We head to the bottom of the third. 2 up for the Plainsmen. It'll be 9-1-2 with Thompson, Wood, and Zimmerer. After 2.5, 1-0, Western Nebraska leads this one. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Things for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is the convenient choice for group transportation when you travel locally or across the country. Adventure to great places.
Every home game here at historic Billwood Field. We'd love it if you could make it out to Billwood Field.
2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation, how many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience. Professional.
Back here for the bottom of the third, with the Plainsmen now trailing in this one 1-0 after the RBI double by Jace Jeremiah in the top half of the third. Garrett Thompson, the lefty from Texas A&M Kingsville, will lead things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the third, now trailing 1-0. Trying to keep their first half playoff hopes alive. The lefty comes in to face Harrison Blum, who has gotten out of 2 Plainsman chances with runners in scoring position so far in this one. First pitch misses low. 1 ball and no strikes to start out the count. 1-0 the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike on the inner half of the plate. So count will even out 1 ball, 1 strike. Thompson in 18 games is batting .270, 10 runs, 2 doubles, a home run, and 4 RBIs. 1-1 pitch to Thompson. Miss low and away. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 the count to lead off this bottom of the third with the Plainsmen trailing by 1. 2-1 pitch. That one is lifted into left field. Enyard is chasing after it. It will land into foul territory. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count remains here from Harrison Blum to Garrett Thompson. And Thompson leading things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the third in a now 1-0 Pioneer lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes from the righty Blum to the lefty Thompson. With nobody out, nobody on for North Platte here in the bottom of the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now almost low and in. So count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Harrison Blum to Garrett Thompson. Blum has yet to walk. Plainsman batter so far in this one as the full count pitch is going to ring him up. Thompson had tossed his bat to the dugout to start to head to first, but it'll be a strikeout. It's the second strikeout for Blum so far in this one. Now 1 retired here in the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the order here with the righty Cade Wood from Ranger Junior College. Got the pleasure of talking to him yesterday in the top of the 5th in that last game against the Casper Horseheads. First pitch fastball, a strike from Harrison Blum. No balls and 1 strike to start out Cade Wood. Wood is 0 for 1 so far. He grounded out to third base in his first appearance. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one is grounded to short. Jeremiah gets a weird hop. He slips as he gets to the outfield turf. So Cade Wood will reach with an infield single. So now this will bring up Bryce Zimmerer, the lefty. As now the Plainsmen have a hit in every inning so far. This is the first time they will have a base runner, though, with less than 2. Excuse me, that's not correct. They had a base runner with nobody out in the second inning. It was a leadoff single by Lucas Johnson, and the Plainsmen were not able to take advantage, as this will bring up Bryce Zimmer, the lefty, who's 0 for 1, also grounded out to third as he grounds that one to Jeremiah at second. They get the out at second, throw in a first will not be in time, as Zimmer is well safe. So Wood is out on the fielder's choice. Zimmer reaches on the fielder's choice, but now 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. So now with 2 outs, this will bring up Giancarlo Servine, with Zimmerer standing on first. Servine coming in with 2 gone. Again, Western Nebraska now leading this one 1-0 over the Plainsmen. Blum comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Servine. Is now taking off for second is Bryce Zimmerer. Zimmerer will be caught. Zimmerer throwing up his hands. J.M. Kelly will now come out. Bryce Zimmerer will be caught stealing, and that'll be the end of the bottom of the third. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We're at the top of the fourth. Due up for Western Nebraska, it'll be Lopez, Callahan, and Enyard. After 3 complete, 1-0. Western Nebraska leads this one. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pinky erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation how many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime, downtown North Platte.
With offices in North
The career that drives you? When you drive for adventure, you'll find the freedom to live a life you love while seeing the country. Because with adventure, you control when and where you drive, whether it's near or far. Choose from a variety of travel opportunities with competitive pay and adventure to great places. Go to driveadventure.com and apply today. All drivers must be 25 years old with an active CDL.
Nursery, 8th and Poplar, Hibner's Lawn and Garden Center, barefoot ready and patio approved.
We're through 3 complete here from Billwood Field with the Plainsmen trailing in this one 1-0 to the Western Nebraska Pioneers. First pitch here to Isaac Lopez. Will miss upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes to start out 5 to Lopez. Both teams with 3 hits in this one. Pioneers scored on the RBI double by Jace Jeremiah back in the 3rd. 1-0 pitch to Lopez, misses low and away. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Bases were loaded for the Pioneers back in the top of the 3rd with nobody out, but they were only able to get 1 run out of it. 2-0 pitch here to Lopez. That one's in there for a strike. First strike of the at-bat, so it's now 2 balls and 1 strike from Caden 5 to Isaac Lopez. Lopez, the righty, is 0 for 1. He grounded out to 3rd in his first appearance back in the top of the 2nd. 2-1, that one is lifted into shallow right field. Bryce Zimmerer steps up, makes the catch, and 1 retired here in the top of the 4th. So far, not a huge strikeout day from Caden 5 like we see normally. Only 2 strikeouts so far for him now through 3 1/3. But he's still been, for the most part, getting guys out, so no complaints. First pitch now to Ryan Callahan, the lefty. That one is going to be struck well into right field. It's down just over the head of Leiden for a base hit. So it's a 1-out single for Ryan Callahan, and he now stands at first. So now it's back to Adam Enyart, who led off the top of the 3rd for the Pioneers. He reached on the throwing error by Oscar Stork. He comes into the top of the 4th with 1 gone, and Ryan Callahan standing on first after his 1-out single after Isaac Lopez led off this top of the 4th with a fly out to right field. 5 righty to righty. First pitch is in there for a strike. Got him looking on the fastball. So no balls and 1 strike to start out Caden 5 to Adam Enyart. 0-1 the count starts. 5 comes set with the 0-1. Kicks and deals here to Enyart. That one will miss upstairs. So count will even out 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 2 off days coming up for the Plainsmen. Tomorrow is the last day of the first half. Wednesday is just an off day, and then Thursday they'll head off to Gehring for start of an away series with the Pioneers. Is that one pickoff attempt, but Callahan is back in there sliding. So still 1 ball, 1 strike from 5 to Enyart. 1-1 the pitch. It'll miss low. 2 balls and 1 strike now from Caden Fiveash to Adam Enyart. Two and 1 gone. Pioneers leading the Plainsmen 1-0. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off, and out of play on the first base side. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes from Caden Fiveash to Adam Enyart. Enyart, the righty, stepping in. It's a leadoff fly out to right field by Isaac Lopez, a single by Ryan Callahan, and Enyart for the second straight inning stepping in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Fiveash, check swing. They'll refer to the field umpire. They'll say he didn't go on the check swing. So count will go full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and you can hear some displeasure with the North Platte faithful. Looked pretty close to the zone anyways, as it's now 3 balls, 2 strikes from Fiveash to Enyart. 3-2 the pitch. That'll miss high, it's a walk. Second walk of the game for Caden Fiveash. It's now runners at first and second, only 1 gone. Walked Zerfis back in the third, and now this is his second walk of this one, as now head coach J.M. Kelly will come out and talk with Caden Fiveash, as command just doesn't seem as sharp so far this evening for Fiveash as it has been in the past. As he does point over to the bullpen, will this be it for Fiveash? Or will they just start getting a pitcher warm? This will be it for him. We'll take a look at the new pitcher when we come back. Surprising move to the bullpen. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Number 2 pencils. 2 pencils. Check. 24 markers. Check. 2 pink erasers. Check. 3 ring notebook. Check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime, downtown North Platte.
Back with you from Billwood Field. It's the Runza pitching change as the Plainsmen go to the bullpen early in surprising move, but for Caden Fiveash just didn't seem to completely have it here tonight. Through the first 2, he went 6 up, 6 down, but then faced 7 batters in the third. Lead off fly out, but then a single and a walk. That'll be it for him. Coach Kelly mentioned on our post-game show yesterday, though, that the entire bullpen is open. So especially in a huge game like this, not afraid to go to his arms. So into the game will come Caleb Bunch, the right-hander out of Ranger Junior College. Caleb Bunch so far this season, 2 starts, 7 appearances. He's pitched 21 2/3 innings, 12 runs, 10 of them earned, 26 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 6 walks. He has a 1-1 record, 1 save, and a 4.15 ERA. He'll come into the game. 2 runners on the base pass would be the responsibility of Caden Fiveash if they were to come around to score. For now, he'll finish 3 1/3, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, but with those runners on the base pass, the runs are TBD. Connor Downey, who is 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored, steps in. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to start out Caleb Bunch to Connor Downey. So no balls and 1 strike. Righty to righty with 1 gone here in the top of the 4th. Bunch comes set with the 0-1. No balls and one strike. The pitch to Downey misses low and away. So it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, 12-6 strikeout to walk ratio for Caleb Bunch. The right-hander from Ranger Junior College. The 1-1 pitch. That one is going to be lined right to Giancarlo Servine at second. It's going to be a double play as he catches Enyart well off the bag at first. And that'll end off the inning. So a huge play to get the Plainsmen out of it. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 on base. And that'll end off this top of the 4th. To it for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Servine, Flagg, and Johnson. After 3 1/2, 1-0, Western Nebraska leads it. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
This is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's? Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte, order online at Domino's.com, or call us at 308-534-0400. That's 308-534-0400. Domino's.
Holding a competition to discover who fans think is the best staff member. You can vote for your favorite staff.
Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
Home to and will be on the road half of the season. Players will be in your home. Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source.
John Willis back with you in the bottom of the 4th with the Plainsmen trailing 1-0, and this must win for North Platte if they want a chance to clinch the first half of the Nebraska Land Division and host the divisional playoff series. Giancarlo Servine will lead things off. He came up to bat in the 3rd, but Bryce Zimmerer was caught stealing. He is 1 for 1 with a single so far as he swings and misses at that first pitch from Blum. No balls and 1 strike to start out Harrison Blum to Giancarlo Servine. So far for Blum, pitch 3, no runs, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. He has yet to pitch a walk. 0-1 pitch to Servine, low, chased by Servine. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 to lead off this bottom of the 4th. Plainsmen trailing in this one 1-0. No balls, 2 strikes. Blum kicks and deals. 0-2 is swung on and missed. 3 straight swings and misses from Giancarlo Servine, and it's the 3rd strikeout for Harrison Blum, 1 now retired here in the bottom of the 4th. So bring up the lefty, Connor Flagg. Flagg is 0 for 1 with a flyout to left field so far in this one. Flagg steps in with 1 gone, nobody on for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch misses high. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Harrison Blum to Connor Flagg. 1-0 the pitch to Flagg. That one misses down low, so it's now 2 balls and no strikes from Blum to Flagg. So 2-0 count after the 3-pitch strikeout to Servine. The 2-0 will miss away. It's now 3 balls and no strikes from Harrison Blum to Connor Flagg. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one will just catch the outer top inside corner, so it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Blum. That one will miss low. Check swing by Flagg. A triumphant throw of the bat back to the dugout, as it's a 1-out base runner for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 4th. It's the first walk so far for Harrison Blum in this one. So this will bring up Lucas Johnson, who's also 1 for 1 with a single. He also stole a bag back in the second. The righty steps in with 1 gone, and Connor Flagg now standing at first. Flagg dancing a little bit off of first. The first pitch is lined into left field. It's down for a base hit as it gets past the glove of Jeremiah. Connor Flagg is now digging for third. He is in there. Lucas Johnson will make it into second. And the Plainsmen have 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Big time hit from Lucas Johnson, who's now 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Now it'll be Connor Higgs, who comes in with 1 gone, runners at second and third. Higgs so far in this one is 0 for 1. He flew out to center field in his first appearance back in the bottom of the second. He comes in with 1 gone and 2 runners in scoring position. Plainsmen trailing this one 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch here to Higgs will miss low and away. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Blum to Higgs. Higgs again coming into this game, batting well over 500 so far. Sitting right at 500 through 8 games. 1 ball, no strikes. That one is going to be lined and just fair on the right field side. 1 run will score. The go-ahead is on its way, and Connor Higgs is now digging for third. He will be in there. The Plainsmen take the lead here in the bottom of the 4th off the 2 RBI triple by Connor Higgs. Big time shot by Higgs on the right field line. As the Plainsmen now lead this one in the bottom of the 4th, 2-1. So now a chance for more here with Connor Higgs standing at third with 1 gone. As Dowdy having a conversation with his pitcher Blum now. Oscar Stark is 0 for 1 with a flyout so far in this one, and a flyout would not be the worst thing in the world if it's deep enough to score Connor Higgs from third. So 2 RBI triple for Connor Higgs. The Plainsmen now lead this one 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch will miss high and inside to Oscar Stark. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch from Blum. That off speed will be in there for a strike, so 1 ball and 1 strike, so the count evens up. Infield playing in for the Pioneers here with 1 gone and a runner at third. 1-1 pitch on its way. Fouled back, so it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Blum to Stark with 1 gone. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded softly on the third base side will go foul. So still 1 ball and 2 strikes from Harrison Blum to Oscar Stark. One ball and 2 strikes. Blum gets his sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. 1-2 pitch will miss inside. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Blum to Stark. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one will just miss low, so count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's been a tight strike zone so far, both ways. It hasn't been one way or the other, just a tight zone so far. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Blum to Stark. Here's the pitch. It'll be fouled back to the screen, so count will remain full. So count still full. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Harrison Blum to Oscar Stark. Plainsmen now leading this one 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Here is the 3-2 pitch. That one will be swung on and missed. They'll get the tag on the drop third strike. It's the 4th strikeout now for Harrison Blum, and now 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th. This will bring up Angel De La Cruz, who will pinch hit for Carson Lyden. De La Cruz takes the place of Carson Lyden, who was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Would assume he would take his place at first base as well as we get to the top of the 5th. The righty from UT Rio Grande Valley steps in. First pitch to him as a strike on the inner half of the plate. No balls and one strike to start out. Angel De La Cruz. De La Cruz in 9 games is batting .486 as he swings and misses at that one. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. 5 RBIs. 6 runs scored for De La Cruz so far this season. So no balls and 2 strikes to start out. Harrison Blum to Angel De La Cruz, with Connor Hicks standing at third after his 2 RBI triple to give the Plainsmen the lead. Here's the 0-2 pitch, but time will be called. Blum almost had gotten the pitch off, but De La Cruz calls time to Franzen, the home plate umpire. Again, the wind howling here at Billwood Field on a Monday night. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Blum. 0-2 will miss inside. Pretty much the entire Plainsman field had started to move back to the dugout. The Pioneers thought that was going to ring up De La Cruz. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one will ring him up. 3 strikeouts for Blum in the inning as he does a little trash talking. But the Plainsmen, nonetheless, they take the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. They score 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors. They leave 1 on base. We at the top of the 5th, due up for the Pioneers. It'll be Wall, Smelko, and Jeremiah. After 4 complete, the Plainsmen lead this one 2-1. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hiddeners. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hiddeners' trusted staff, serving North Platte for 67 years. Hiddeners Nursery Lawn and Garden Center, on the corner of 8th and Poplar.
The vasectomy gone.
This is Gracie Wenzel, the marketing and promotions intern for the North Platte Plainsmen. You know us, we're Jimmy John's. Stop by your trusted sandwich shop in the North Platte area at 410 East Leota Street. We offer delivery, pickup, and in-store eating. Choose from our wide variety of sandwiches where you get to decide how the sandwich is made. Order a combo and get some chips and a thirst-quenching drink. Call us at 308-532-8000. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or stop by. Jimmy John's, where we get you your sandwiches freaky fast. At jimmyjohns.com or stop by. Jimmy John's.
Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source, Star Cattle Company, our family farm and ranch since 1912, located right here in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or eighth beef locally in North Platte and Lincoln, Nebraska. We also ship nationwide every Monday. Place your order today at birdwoodbeef.com and follow Birdwood Beef on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about your local beef producer. Birdwood Beef. Ranch-raised, grain-finished Nebraska beef. Well, 2 straight strikes, 1 looking and 1 swinging to start out Caleb Bunch to Jackson Wall here in the top of the 5th. The Plainsmen now leading this one 2-1. No balls and 2 strikes. Caleb Bunch sets and deals. That one will miss upstairs. It's the first ball of the at-bat. Plainsmen take the lead in the bottom of the 4th off the 2 RBI triple by Connor Higgs as the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up, foul out of play. So count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Connor Higgs remains hot at the plate, as he has been pretty much ever since he's been here. 1 ball and 2 strikes after the foul ball. The 1-2 pitch to Jackson Wall, the righty, again struck foul over near the Pioneers dugout, the Pioneers bullpen. So still 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch here from Caleb Bunch. Swung on, grounded right to Bunch. He will flip it over to De La Cruz at first, and it is in time for the first out. Again, De La Cruz taking the place of Carson Leiden. He is now at first defensively. So now with 1 gone, this will bring up Eric Smelko, the lefty. Smelko so far in this one is 0 for 2 with a lineout and a flyout. First pitch here from Caleb Bunch
will miss low, 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Bunch takes the place of Caden Fiveash, who in the start went 3 1/3, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch to Smelko. 1-0 is ripped into center field for a 1-out base hit. So Smelko gets on base for the first time tonight. He will now stand at first. So now with 1 gone, a runner on first and Smelko, this will bring up Jace Jeremiah, the shortstop, who is 1 for 2. Fly out to center field in the first, and then an RBI double for him back in the third. Caleb Bunch comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Jeremiah. First pitch will miss down low, so 1 ball and no strikes to start out Caleb Bunch to Jace Jeremiah. 1-0 the count. Bunch to Jeremiah. We're here in the top of the 5th with the Plainsmen leading this one 2-1. 1-0 pitch. Misses away. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 with 1 gone. Both teams with 5 hits so far in this one. 1 error by each team respectively. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one will be swung on, grounded to second to Servine. They get the out at second. Throw on to first is in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play to end off the top of the 5th, and the Plainsmen will remain in front. So for the Western Nebraska Pioneers in the top of the 5th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave nobody on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Do it for the Plainsmen. It'll be 9-1-2 with Thompson, Wood, and Zimmerer. After 4.5, the Plainsmen lead this one 2-1. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Chuck Heeman, operating owner of your North Platte Plainsmen. Stop by Jerry Remus Chevrolet, the only full-service dealer in North Platte and the surrounding area. Get your car worked on in our beautiful body shop. While you're there, check out the new and used inventory at Jerry Remus Chevrolet on South Jefferson in North Platte.
I've got the keys to your new car, Jerry Remus Chevrolet.
SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale.
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and whitening. They can even help with those facial fine lines and wrinkles. Love your smile with the help of Maple Park Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland, and Broken Bow.
It's been a high-energy game so far between the North Platte Plainsmen and the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Expect nothing less in a game with playoff implications like this one has here tonight. Last game of the first half for the Plainsmen, second to last game for the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Garrett Thompson will lead things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 5th. Plainsmen leading this one 2-1 after scoring 2 off the 2 RBI triple by Connor Higgs back in the bottom of the 4th. Thompson, the lefty, will lead things off, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch will miss down low. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Harrison Blum to Garrett Thompson. There is a pitcher warming up in the Pioneers bullpen, so we'll see how much longer Blum goes into the game. The 1-0 pitch misses away. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. For North Platte, they are very set on using whatever they need to win here tonight. Western Nebraska also has to think ahead to tomorrow, because if they lose this game, tomorrow is a must-win for them if they want to secure that first half playoff spot. That one is thrown down the heart of the plate. It's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now from Harrison Blum to Garrett Thompson. So far for Blum, he's thrown 5 strikeouts through 4 innings. 3 of them were in that last inning, as that one is going to be poked into left center. That one is going to get down. It's a leadoff single here for Garrett Thompson, the 6th hit of the game for the Plainsmen. So now it's back to the top of the order here with Cade Wood. Wood is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out so far in this one. He comes in after the leadoff single by Garrett Thompson. Woody, the righty, steps in. Again, Plainsmen leading this one 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Wood. He shows bunt. He fouls it back. So count will start out no balls and 1 strike. from Harrison Blum to Cade Wood. Looks like another pitcher is going to head out to the bullpen for Western Nebraska. Plainsman already in the bullpen after Caden Fiveash went 3 1/3, gave up 1 run. 1 run on 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. No balls and 1 strike here from Harrison Blum to Cade Wood. Blum comes set. Now they will try to pick off Thompson at first. Thompson is back in there sliding. So still no balls and 1 strike to Cade Wood. No balls and 1 strike. Blum to Wood with Thompson at first. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. So no balls and 2 strikes now from Blum to Wood. Thompson a threat to steal. 7 stolen bases so far for him this summer. Only been caught stealing once. No balls, 2 strikes here from Blum to Wood. The 0-2 pitch. That one is going to freeze him up. Harrison Blum gets another strikeout looking. It's the 6th strikeout for Harrison Blum now through 4 1/3. So now this will bring up Bryce Zimmerer, who is 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd and then grounded out in the 1st. Zimmerer, the lefty, comes in with Garrett Thompson standing at first and now 1 out after the strikeout looking to Cade Wood. First pitch to Zimmerer misses outside as Garrett Thompson gets a bit off the bag at first, so Doughty gives him a look behind the plate. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Harrison Blum here to Bryce Zimmerer. 1 ball, no strikes. Blum comes set. 1-0 pitches. Now Thompson takes off for second. Thompson trying to leg it out. He is in there. It's the 8th stolen base of the season for Garrett Thompson. The 3rd stolen base by the Plainsmen here today. Now the Plainsmen have a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. So 2 balls, no strikes now from Harrison Blum to Bryce Zimmerer with 1 gone. Garrett Thompson now standing at second. 2 balls, no strikes. That one will catch the outer half of the plate. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike from Blum to Zimmerer. 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen for Western Nebraska. Head coach Antonio Garcia, I'm sure, would love to get Blum at least through the 5th. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chopped grounder to 3rd. Lopez throwing to first is in time. Thompson advances to 3rd. And now 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th. So now it'll be up to Giancarlo Servine to knock him in. Servine is 1 for 2, a single in the 1st and then a strikeout in the 4th. He steps in with 2 gone and a runner on 3rd here in the bottom of the 5th. So fresh count here, Harrison Blum to Giancarlo Servine. Garrett Thompson standing at 3rd. First pitch to Servine. Will catch the inner half of the plate. No balls and 1 strike to start out Harrison Blum to Giancarlo Servine. Again, Thompson stands at 3rd. He had a single, stole 2nd, and reached 3rd on the ground out as Servine lines one into center field. The catch will be made by Smelko. So solid contact by Servine, just pretty much right to Eric Smelko. That'll be the end of the bottom of the 5th. Plainsmen score no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 on base. We're at the top of the 6th, 2 up for the Pioneers. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 with Zerfis, Weisner, and Lopez. After 5 complete, North Platte leads this one 2-1. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
A career that drives you? When you drive for adventure, you'll find the freedom to live a life you love while seeing the country. Because with adventure, you control when and where you drive, whether it's near or far. Choose from a variety of travel opportunities with competitive pay and adventure to great places. Go to driveadventure.com and apply today. All drivers must be 25 years old with an active CDL.
Here we go. Whoa.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something as seemingly simple as a swollen foot or ankle, complications related to diabetes, or an injury that requires surgery, we're here to help. Some of the services available by our providers include, but aren't limited to, the care and treatment of corns, calluses, and warts, custom-made orthodontics, diabetic foot care, arthritis, reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, foot and ankle trauma, fungal nails, ingrown toenails, heel and arch pain, pediatric foot care, sports injuries, and wound care. Visit us at 815 South Maple Street in North Platte. Phone number 308-532-3600. Again, 308-532-3600.
Fireworks, giveaways, and
things for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is the convenient choice for group transportation.
From Billwood Field, the Plainsmen leading this one 2-1 as we start out the top of the 6th. John Willis with you on Citrus 3, our mobile app available on Android, and our YouTube page. An important game here tonight. Western Nebraska can clinch a playoff spot with a win. Plainsmen need a win, and then Western Nebraska to lose tomorrow if they want a chance to clinch the first half playoff spot and get to host that divisional round. First pitch to Alex Surface is in there for a strike. Surface is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He walked in his other plate appearance back in the top of the 3rd. He leads things off here in the top of the 6th. No balls and 1 strike. Bunch to Surface. Here's the pitch. One off speed is going to miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bunch has had 2 straight innings. He came in to face Dowdy, relieving Fiveash, who lined into a double play. And then Jeremiah with a 4-6-3 double play to end off the last inning. That one is grounded to Wood at short. Throw to first is in time. And 1 retired here in the top of the 6th. So now with 1 gone and nobody on, this will bring up Declan Weisner. Weisner is 0 for 2. 2 flyouts, 1 to left field, 1 to Connor Flagg behind the plate. The righty steps in with 1 gone, nobody on for the Pioneers here in the top of the 6th with the Plainsmen up 2-1. Here's the first pitch. Fastball will miss. Don't quite know where, but count will start out 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch here from Caleb Bunch. 1-0, grounded softly to 3rd. Tough play for Stark, throws off 1 foot, picked by De La Cruz. That one's in time. Beautiful play by Oscar Stark. Beautiful pick by Angel De La Cruz at first. And now 2 gone here in the top of the 6th. Stark muffled the ball there for a second. Was able to get it cleanly just in time to throw it on to first. This will bring up Isaac Lopez, the right-hander who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a flyout. Caleb Bunch comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Isaac Lopez. Bunch kicks and deals. First pitch is lined sharply to Servine at second. Throwing to first is in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Pioneers here in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 2 up for the Plainsmen. It'll be Flagg, Johnson, and Higgs. After 5.5, Plainsmen still leading this one 2-1. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, that seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Ready here for the bottom of the sixth. John Willis with you on Citrus 3 and our mobile app available on Android. The Plainsmen leading this one 2-1. Here as we start out the bottom half of the sixth. For the Pioneers, they scored 1 run in the third, and then it was that 2 RBI triple by Connor Higgs at the bottom of the fourth. That's been the difference so far in this one. Connor Flagg will lead things off, who's 0 for 1 with a flyout. He walked and scored in his last appearance back in the bottom of the fourth. Blum remains in the game. It's a first pitch low to Connor Flagg. Count will start out 1 ball and no strikes here from Harrison Blum to Connor Flagg. 1-0 pitch misses upstairs. It's now 2 balls and no strikes to start out this at-bat. Again, Plainsmen leading this one 2-1 here as we start out the bottom half of the sixth inning. 2 balls and no strikes. That one misses upstairs. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. Again, Flagg walked in his last appearance back in the fourth, and he later came around to score the first run of the game for the Plainsmen. 3-0 pitch will catch the inner half of the plate. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Righty to lefty to lead off this bottom of the sixth. Plainsmen leading this one 2-1, out hitting the Pioneers 6-5. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one will just catch the inner bottom corner, so count now goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Harrison Blum to Connor Flagg. Nice job by Blum after getting behind 3-0, who works the count back full. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one is going to be swung on, line into left center. Smelko will move to his right. He will make the catch. And 1 retired here in the bottom of the sixth. So now this will bring up Lucas Johnson, and Johnson has had a nice day at the plate so far. He's 1 for 2. Or excuse me, 2 for 2. A single, a double, a stolen base, and a run scored. The righty steps in with 1 gone. Nobody on for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the sixth. Plainsmen leading this one 2-1. Pioneers a team that can score, though, so the Plainsmen want to try to get more if possible. Although Bunch has looked great out of the bullpen so far for the Plainsmen. 1 ball and no strikes to start out this at-bat. 1-0 pitch from Blum. That one is going to be rocked into left field. And it'll get over the head of Enyard, who couldn't see where the ball was as he was looking into the sun. Lucas Johnson will be in there for a 2-out double, as Enyard just lost that one in the sun. It would have been a tough play for him to make because that one was shot off the bat anyways. But the sun, which is hanging out right in his eyes, proves to be deadly. So Lucas Johnson is now 3 for 3 with 2 doubles. Plainsmen now have recorded a hit in every inning. So bring up Connor Higgs with 1 gone. And a runner on second. Higgs is 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI triple to give the Plainsmen the lead back in the fourth. Also has flown out. First pitch misses high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Harrison Blum to Connor Higgs. Double by Johnson, who now stands at second. 1 gone here in the bottom of the sixth. Here's the 1-0. Higgs watches that one miss a little low and out. So it's 2 balls and no strikes from Harrison Blum to Connor Higgs. Seven hits now for the Plainsmen. They've left 4 on base. Have a runner on base here in the bottom of the sixth. Here's the 2-0 to Higgs. 2-0 will catch the inner half of the plate. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike from Harrison Blum to Connor Higgs. Two and 1 the count. Blum comes set with the 2-1. 2-1 to Higgs is fouled back to the screen, so count will even out 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Blum looks on to Connor Higgs. With 1 gone here in the bottom of the sixth, Plainsmen leading this one 2-1. They will try to pick off Lucas Johnson, who's back in there standing. So count still 2 balls, 2 strikes from Blum to Higgs. Blum comes set with the 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now it skips in the dirt. Count now goes full. 3-2 from Blum to Higgs. If Blum walks Higgs here, wouldn't be surprised if they do end up going to the bullpen. But for Coach Garcia, would love to see Blum go at least 6 here. Set that in the 5th too, so 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That'll miss upstairs. It's a walk. So now runners at first and second, only 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th. It's the 2nd walk for Harrison Blum today as the righty Oscar Stark now stands in, and now looks like they are going to go to the bullpen. So the day is done for Harrison Blum. We'll meet the new pitcher when we come back. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Things for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is the convenient choice for group transportation when you travel locally or across the country. Adventure to great places.
Owner of your
Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you
Sugar Maker here. It's rodeo time.
This is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's? Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte. Order online at Domino's.com or call us at 3.
Well, the day is done for Harrison Blum. He goes 5 1/3. Runs 2 for now, but TBD with runners at first and second, only 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th. 7 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Into the game will come the 6'1" right-hander from Fort Collins, Colorado. It's Brian Bruxfort. Plays his college ball at Western Nebraska Community College. He steps in here with 1 gone, runners at first and second. For Bruxfort so far this season, 5 appearances, all out of the bullpen. 13 innings pitched. He's given up 9 runs, 8 of them earned. 12 hits, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks, no record, 1 save, and a 5.53 ERA. He'll come in to try to get out of this inning here for the Pioneers with runners at first and second after the full count walk to Connor Higgs and the double by Lucas Johnson. Oscar Stark, who's 0 for 2. The right-hander steps in with 1 gone. 2 runners on base. First pitch to Stark, soft grounder to short. Jeremiah throwing to second is in time. They will throw it on to first, but Stark beats it out. It was a late throw over to first. So now runners at the corners. Only 1 runner would be the responsibility of Blum now, with Johnson at third as Connor Higgs gets out on the fielder's choice. So bring up Angel De La Cruz, who pinch hit for Carson Lyden back in the 4th. Lyden was 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and so far Angel De La Cruz 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in this one. First pitch to De La Cruz is fouled back, so no balls and 1 strike to start out. Brian Bruxfort to Angel De La Cruz. De La Cruz, the 8-hitter, again pinch hitting for Carson Lyden. The 5'11" right-hander from UT Rio Grande Valley. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up foul territory. It'll get out of play as Callahan, the first baseman, watches it go. So no balls and 2 strikes from Brian Bruxfort to Angel De La Cruz. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one is going to be grounded to short to Jeremiah. They'll get the force out at second, and the Pioneers will get out of it. So, for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 6th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 on base. We head to the top of the 7th. 2 up for the Pioneers. It'll be Callahan, Enyart, and Dowdy. After 6 complete, Plainsmen lead this one 2-1. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
This is Tommy B from the Nebraska Athletic Club here in North Platte, Nebraska. And I want to welcome you to not just North Platte, but to the Nebraska Athletic Club. Nebraska Athletic Club, here we have about 8,000 square feet of pure fitness. Cardiovascular, strength training, multifunctional machines, you name it, we have it. So if you want to come down and give us a try, come down and visit with us, take a tour, we welcome you to come and see us. Again, 8,000 square foot of pure fitness. And one thing I want to let you know is that even though we're probably one of the largest fully equipped, we're also less expensive. Our prices only go from $19.95. If you're in protective services, which is fire, police, medical, military, it's only $14.95 plus tax. And one exciting thing too is we don't do contracts here. We have a small activation fee and you have a small deactivation fee, and that's it. We don't have contracts here at the Nebraska Athletic Club.
How far will $1,000 a day take you? Or $365,000 a year? Or $3,650,000 a decade? Or, who knows? It all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Or call us at 3.
Sugar Maker here. KJ's Boots and Western Wear has everything Western. Boots, hats, shirts, jeans, jewelry, even that fancy Yellowstone cologne so you can smell like a cowboy.
We're through 6 complete. John Willis with you on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel. It's a close game here and a game with big playoff implications. Plainsman leading this one 2-1 here as we start out this top half of the 7th inning. Caleb Bunch will face Ryan Callahan, the lefty from University of Kansas, to lead off this top half of the 7th inning. It's been a fast-moving game as well. Game started at 6:38. It's only 8:20, and we're through 6. Bunch, first pitch here to Callahan, will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Caleb Bunch to Ryan Callahan. 1-0 the count starts. Bunch to Callahan to lead off this top of the 7th. 1-0, that one is lined foul on the left field side. So count will even out 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Plainsman leading this one 2-1 here as we start out the top of the 7th. They're out hitting the Pioneers 7-5. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Callahan sends that one up into left field. Higgs trying to get a beat on it. He makes the catch, and one retired now here in the top of the 7th. So now this will bring up Adam Enyart, who has reached base both times, but not on a hit. Reached on an E5 in the 3rd and a walk in the 4th. Now getting his 3rd appearance of the ball game here in the top of the 7th. He steps in with 1 away, nobody on for the Pioneers here in the top of the 7th. As Bunch comes set, here's the first pitch here to Enyart. Enyart rocks one into left field. Connor Higgs will watch it go over his head. Enyart is now digging for second. He will be in there with a stand-up double. 1-out double here for Adam Enyart. So now this will bring up Connor Dowdy with 1 gone, now a runner in scoring position. As now head coach J.M. Kelly will come out, talk with Caleb Bunch, and again, with how big of a game this is, they might go to the bullpen. As Coach Kelly will come out and talk with them. Not seeing anybody walk out. No pointing from J.M. Kelly. So it looks like just a conversation here to try to calm Bunch down after the 1-out double. Try to find a way to get these next 2 hitters. As head coach J.M. Kelly will head back to the dugout. Caleb Bunch will remain on the mound. So he talks a bit with Connor Flagg, his catcher, as well on the pitcher's mound. Connor Dowdy is 1 for 2, the 8-hitter. Single, a run scored. He also lined into that 4-3 double play. Dowdy comes in with 1 gone, and Adam Enyart standing at second. Caleb Bunch, the right-hander, comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Connor Dowdy. He was the first hitter that Bunch saw. Check swing, he went. No balls and 1 strike to start out this at-bat. So Bunch, this will now be his second time working through this Pioneers order. No balls and 1 strike. Caleb Bunch comes set. A 1 pitch. There it is. It's in there for a strike. Catches the inner half of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes now from Caleb Bunch to Connor Dowdy. No balls and 2 strikes. Bunch looking on to Dowdy. Bunch comes set with the 0-2. And now he'll step back and chase Adam Enyart back to second. There's still no balls and 2 strikes the count here. Bunch comes set with the 0-2. Bunch giving a long look at Enyart. Now here's the 0-2 to Dowdy. 0-2 will miss Little Owen away. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. From Caleb Bunch to Connor Dowdy, Jackson Wall, the lefty 9-hitter, stands on deck. One ball, 2 strikes. Bunch comes set, righty to righty, with 1 gone in the top of the 7th. Here's the 1-2. 1-2 will miss low. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bunch taking a while to get his sign. He now comes set. Important pitch. Important bat here. 2-2 is going to be swung on and just fouled off by Connor Dowdy. He was just able to get a piece of it. And a fantastic at bat here between Caleb Bunch and Connor Dowdy. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Bunch looking on to Dowdy. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bunch comes set. 2-2 pitch on its way. It'll miss low and away. So count now goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bunch was ahead in this count, 0-2. So important and huge pitch coming up here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bunch comes set. 3-2 pitch. That one will skip in the dirt. It's a walk. First walk for Caleb Bunch in his appearance for North Platte so far here today. As now runners at first and second. It does set up a potential inning double play, though. Walk isn't the worst thing in the world here, but it also puts the go-ahead run on base. Let's bring up Jackson Wall. Wall is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Righty to righty with 1 gone, 2 on. Here in the top of the 7th. First pitch to Wall. Will miss low. 1 ball and no strikes to start out this at-bat. One ball and no strikes. Bunch gets his sign. 1-0 pitch is swung out and missed. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. One Bunch to Wall. Wall, the 9-hitter, singled in the 3rd, grounded to the pitcher and Bunch, back in the 5th. 1-1 the pitch. Just misses high. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. And here in the top of the 7th is now Connor Flagg, the catcher, will come out and talk with Caleb Bunch. So leadoff fly out by Ryan Callahan to left field, then a double by Enyart that got over the head of Higgs out and left, and a full count walk to Connor Dowdy, which has runners at first and second, only 1 gone. Here in the top half of the 7th inning, Jackson Wall, the 9-hitter, now up. He's in this at-bat, 2 balls and 1 strike. Flagg will head back behind the plate as it's 2-1 from Bunch to Wall. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bunch comes set. 2-1 on its way. Swung out and missed. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. So again, he has the count at 2-2. This time working from behind his bunch after getting behind 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one will be lined foul on the third base line. So count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes from bunch to Jackson Wall. That one was just foul on the third base side. It's kind of a sigh of relief for the Plainsman faithful. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bunch shakes off a couple signs. He now gets the one he wants. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one's going to ring him up. Bunchy with the punchy. And now 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Plainsman a chance to get out of it. So it'll be back to the top of the order here with Eric Smelko, who is 1 for 3 with a single, a line out, and a flyout. He comes in with runners at first and second, 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Righty to lefty with 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Bunch comes set. First pitch will miss a little high and in. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Caleb Bunch to Eric Smelko. Ball, no strikes. Bunch comes set. 1-0 to Smelko. That one is going to be skied up. Left field, Connor Higgs is chasing after it. We'll see if he can find it. He does. Plainsmen are going to get out of it. They'll leave runners at first and second. And we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Plainsmen still leading this one 2-1. They score no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2 on base. 2 up for the Plainsmen in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be 9-1 and 2 with Thompson, Wood, and Zimmer. After 6.5, it's 2-1 Plainsmen. Stretch time here from Billwood Field as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network.
I'm Alex Chun, the live broadcast intern for the North Platte Plainsmen of summer 2022. Just wanted to let you know, stop by your local North Platte Premier Toyota dealer. Come and browse our new and used Toyota cars, SUVs, trucks, and much more for sale. We offer in-store shopping, curbside pickup, or delivery. You can even take our cars for a test drive to see if this is the car for you. We have a talented team of automotive specialists, so come stop by at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte, or call us at 308-532-8400. That's 308-532-8400.
Toyota, let's go places.
Every home and away game on the radio. Make it out to Billwood Field for every home game, but
How far will $1,000 a day take you? Or $365,000 a year? Or $3,650,000 a decade? Or, who knows? It all adds up to a lifetime of fun. Play Lucky for Life, and you could win $1,000 a day for the rest of your life, drawing 7 days a week.
Committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
Ready here for the bottom of the 7th. Plainsmen leading this one 2-1 over the Western Nebraska Pioneers, trying to keep those first half playoff hopes alive. Said it a lot. Hastings lost to Fremont in game 1 of that doubleheader 2-1, so they are out of contention. It's now down to Western Nebraska and North Platte. In the Great Plains Division, Badlands has well clinched the first half, so they'll be hosting playoff series in the divisional round for the Great Plains Division. Garrett Thompson, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. The lefty will lead things off for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch strike from Brian Bruxfort. Yeah, we are underway here in the bottom of the 7th. Plainsmen out hitting the Pioneers 7-6. No balls, 1 strike. Bruxfort kicks and deals. That one is going to be lined left field side. It'll go foul. So no balls and 2 strikes now from Brian Bruxfort to Garrett Thompson. No balls and 2 strikes to Thompson. That one will be swung on, just fouled back to the screen on the high fastball. So no balls and 2 strikes. The count still from Brian Bruxfort to Harrison Blum. Again, Bruxfort taking the place of Blum, who ends up going 5 1/3, 2 runs, 7 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Final stat line for Blum, the starter. 0-2. That one is going to be lifted into left field. Enyart trying to track it down, looking into the sun. He will make the catch. One retired now here in the bottom of the 7th. It's been a defensive game, no doubt about that. You can see that by the score. Only 1 inning for each team where they've scored. Top of the 3rd, 1 run for Western Nebraska. Bottom of the 4th, 2 runs for North Platte. That's been it. Cade Wood, who comes in, he's 1 for 3. Ground out in the 1st, single in the 3rd, and a strikeout back in the 5th. Bruxfort comes set. Tall right-hander. First pitch misses high and in, as Cade Wood has to turn away from that one. 1 ball and no strikes. The count will start here from Brian Bruxfort to Cade Wood. One ball, no strikes. Pitch to Wood. Misses again, a little high and in. So now 2 balls and no strikes from Bruxfort to Wood. Nobody up right now. Well, there is one man up, not making any pitches, but a right-hander is getting loose in the Western Nebraska bullpen. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Misses upstairs. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. Again, Cade Wood at the top of the order. Trying to get the Plainsmen to power back in this one. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch to Wood will catch the inner half of the plate. So 3 balls and 1 strike now from Harrison Blum to Cade Wood. First strike of the at-bat for Blum after going behind in the count 3-0. First night game for the Plainsmen in a while because of Nebraska Land days. Friday, Saturday, first pitches at 3:08 as the 3-1 misses high and in. It's a 5-pitch walk. Cade Wood will head to first. He's a 1-out base runner for the Plainsmen here in the bottom of the 7th. This will bring up Bryce Zimmerer, grounded out in the 1st. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd and then grounded out in the 5th. So 0 for 3, Bryce Zimmerer so far today. Zimmerer, the lefty, steps in with Cade Wood standing on first and 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Plainsmen again leading this one 2-1. First pitch to Zimmerer. That one is lined left field side but foul. So count will start out no balls and 1 strike here from Brian Bruxfort to Bryce Zimmerer. Wood getting a decent lead off of first. Wood, along with pretty much everybody in the Plainsmen staff, a threat to steal. And speaking of that, he heads off for second as that one is grounded to second. Late throw on to first is going to beat out Zimmerer. Wood, because he stole, probably the only reason he was able to advance to second. Otherwise, that might have been a double play. So Zimmerer grounds out to the second baseman and wall. Cade Wood now stands at second. Giancarlo Servine, who's 1 for 3, with a single, a strikeout, and a flyout, he'll step in with 2 outs. Cade Wood at second. So Servine comes in with a runner in scoring position. Plainsmen trying to get some insurance runs before heading into the last 2 innings. Bruxfort comes set, first pitch to Servine. Whoa, misses high and inside. It goes behind the plate. Cade Wood advances to third on the wild pitch. And now a runner is 90 feet closer and 90 feet away. So now just a base hit would do it here. Here for Giancarlo Servine, who has 1 hit in 3 tries. His 1 hit was back in the bottom of the 1st. 1 ball and no strikes here from Brian Bruxfort to Giancarlo Servine. 1-0. That one is going to be lifted into left center. Smelko, the center fielder, stepping backwards. He makes the catch. And again, the Plainsmen will leave a runner stranded. They've left a runner on in every inning except the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 1 on base. Into the top of the 8th. This game's still close. It'll be Jeremiah, Zerfus, and Weisner due up. After 7 complete, the Plainsmen lead this one 2-1. It's North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pink erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall, and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles, start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime, downtown North Platte.
Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland.
A career that drives you? When you drive for adventure, you'll find the freedom to live a life you love while seeing the country. Because with adventure, you control when and where you drive, whether it's near or far. Choose from a variety of travel opportunities with competitive pay and adventure to great places. Go to driveadventure.com and apply today. All drivers must be 25 years old with an active CDL.
Now I sit under my big shade tree and enjoy the day. Hipner's Nursery, 8th and Poplar. Hipner's Lawn and Garden Center.
At Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists, we strive to make sure each and every one of our patients receives the highest level of care with individualized treatment plans. Our extensively trained doctors will listen to you and make recommendations based on your individual wants and needs. Whether it's something as seemingly simple as a swollen foot or ankle, complications related to diabetes, or an injury that requires surgery, we're here to help. Some of the services available by our providers include, but aren't limited to, the care and treatment of corns, calluses, and warts, custom-made orthodontics, diabetic foot care.
In this big playoff implication game between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. Runs a pitching change here. The day is done for Caleb Bunch. What an outing he had. 3 2/3, no runs, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Into the game will come the tall right-hander from Cali Junior College. It's Blake Priest. 1 start, 5 appearances so far for him this summer. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 2 runs, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 4 walks. He is 1-0 with a 2.45 ERA. He got the win in the extra inning game against the Casper Horseheads 2 days ago, where he came and pitched the 10th inning with a runner on second to lead off the top of the 10th. He goes 1 inning, no runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. He'll come in to face 2, 3, and 4 here in the top of the 8th. 6 offensive outs left to work with for Western Nebraska. Jace Jeremiah will lead things off here for Western Nebraska in the top of the 8th. Jeremiah is 1 for 3. RBI double for him in the 3rd, a fly out in the 1st, and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play back in the 5th. So righty to righty here to lead off this top of the 8th. Blake Priest, ready for his 2nd appearance in 3 days. His last one coming in the top of the 10th of that extra inning victory for the Plainsmen back on the 25th. First pitch to Jeremiah is fouled back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike. To start out, Blake Priest to Jace Jeremiah. Again, Jeremiah now with 24 RBIs on the season for Western Nebraska after getting 1 on the RBI double back in the 3rd, which is the only run that Western Nebraska has been able to score so far through 7. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Priest. 0-1, skied up foul territory. De La Cruz, the first baseman, gives it a look, but it'll land out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes from Blake Priest to Jace Jeremiah. So 0-2. Priest to Jeremiah. Plainsmen out hitting the Pioneers 7-6, leading 2-1. No balls and 2 strikes. Priest gets his sign. He now kicks and deals the 0-2. That'll miss high and in. Jeremiah has to back up a little bit, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Couple pitches to work with here for Blake Priest. And Priest playing his college ball at Cali Junior College. His team was in the Junior College World Series this spring. Unfortunately fell in the championship game. Here's the 1-2. 1-2 lined sharply into right field. It's a leadoff single for Jace Jeremiah, who now has 2 hits in this one. So now the Plainsmen and the Pios equal in hits, both at 7 apiece, and it's a leadoff base runner. The tying run now stands at first base. So bring up Alex Zerfis. Zerfis struck out in the first, walked in the third, and grounded out in the sixth. So 0 for 2 is Zerfis, the right-hander, so far here tonight. Zerfis steps in after the leadoff single by Jace Jeremiah. Priest, the tall right-hander, comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Zerfis. First pitch to Zerfis, swung on and missed behind that fastball. So no balls and 1 strike. The count will start here from Blake Priest to Alex Zerfis. Big spot here for Western Nebraska. Only 6 offensive outs left to work with in this game. No balls and 1 strike. Priest comes set with Zerfis in the batter's box. Jeremiah on first. The 0-1 pitch. Misses low and outside. They'll try to pick off Jeremiah, who is just back in there safely. De La Cruz was talking with him a little bit. The field umpire and Jacob Yeager. Nonetheless, count 1 ball, 1 strike here from Blake Priest to Alex Zerfis. Jeremiah, a threat to steal. He has 8 stolen bases. He's been caught only once so far this season for Western Nebraska. 1 ball and 1 strike. Priest comes set, looks on to Zerfis. 1-1 pitch. Misses high and in. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike from Blake Priest to Alex Zerfis. Again, we're in the top of the 8th. Leadoff single by Jace Jeremiah. Plainsmen leading in this one 2-1. Western Nebraska trying to clinch the first half here tonight. Plainsmen trying to win tonight and then hope for a Western Nebraska loss tomorrow. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Priest. That'll one of us low. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Blake Priest to Alex Zerfis. Important pitch coming up here with how close this game is. Thin leashes for all pitchers on the mound from here on out. 3 balls and 1 strike. Priest comes set, looks on to Zerfis. 3-1 as Jeremiah takes off for second. It doesn't matter as that pitch misses high. Runners at first and second, nobody out, and out comes J.M. Kelly. Again, with just how important this game is and how close it is. A thin leash as he points over to the dugout. That's going to be it for Blake Priest. We'll eat the new pitch when we come back. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
This is 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pinky erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation how many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime, downtown North Platte.
So good. That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist.
The career that drives you? When you drive for adventure, you'll find the freedom to live a life you love while seeing the country. Because with adventure, you control when and where you drive, whether it's near or far. Choose from a variety of travel opportunities with competitive pay.
Out of the bullpen again with just how close this game is and how big of a game is. Don't want to take any chances. The new pitcher is Billy Humphrey for Blake Priest. No innings going for him. No runs for now, but 2 on the base pass. They are his responsibility. 1 hit, no strikeouts, and 1 walk for Blake Priest in his appearance. Billy Humphrey, the right-hander who played his college ball at NOC Tonkawa, but he will be going to Butler Junior College next year. He takes the place of Blake Priest. For Billy Humphrey, 8 appearances all out of the bullpen for him this year. 20 2/3 innings pitched, 14 runs, 13 of them earned, 26 hits, 25-7 strikeout to walk ratio. He has a 3-1 record and a 5.66 ERA. He comes in a huge spot here. Plainsmen leading by 1, and the Pioneers have runners at first and second, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Declan Weisner, who is 0 for 3, will step in. 2 flyouts and a groundout so far for Weisner. The right-hander will step in with the tying run at second, the go-ahead at first. Humphrey comes set, ready for the first pitch here to Weisner. Infield plays in as, or comes in as it was a showed bunt by Weisner. He fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike to start out Humphrey to Weisner. So huge spot here for Billy Humphrey and this Plainsman team. This is the best opportunity that the Pioneers have had all game. Angel De La Cruz plays in after the showed bunt by Weisner. No balls and 1 strike. That one is going to be grounded to short. It gets past Cade Wood into left field. Rounding third is Jeremiah. He will score and the game is tied. Man, that one was right there for Wood. It just slips under his glove into left field. It'll be the second error of the game for the Plainsmen, and now this game is tied here in the top of the 8th. So now runners at first and second, still nobody out as this game is now tied at 2 after the E6 over at short. Isaac Lopez steps in, who's 0 for 3. The right-hander steps in, now tie game at 2. First pitch, showed bunt, backs off, and misses low. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Billy Humphrey to Isaac Lopez. One ball and no strikes, Billy Humphrey to Isaac Lopez. 2 groundouts and a flyout so far for Lopez in this one. 1-0 pitch, shows bunt, lays it down. Humphrey scoops it up, throwing to first will be in time, but the bunt does its job as both runners advance. So sacrifice bunt advances the go-ahead run to third. Another run standing at second. So bring up Ryan Callahan, the left-hander from Kansas, who is 1 for 3. Strikeout, a single, and a flyout so far for him. As Connor Flagg, the catcher, will come out to talk with Billy Humphrey here. So now for Blake Priest, ends up giving up 1 run on 1 hit, no strikeouts and 1 walk, and still another run. It's his responsibility with Alex Zerfis standing at third. So Humphrey looks on to Callahan. Western Nebraska trying to take the lead here in the top of the 8th, put the pressure on the Plainsmen. Again, if they win, they clinch the playoffs here tonight. Plainsmen need some help tomorrow if they win. First pitch to Callahan, that one's in there for a strike. It catches the outer half of the plate. No balls and 1 strike to start out Billy Humphrey to Ryan Callahan. So 0-1. Righty to lefty with 1 gone here in the top of the 8th. Humphrey comes set, the 0-1 pitch. It just misses outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike now from Humphrey to Callahan. One the count. Humphrey comes set, righty to lefty. 1-1 is fouled back. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now from Humphrey to Callahan. So 1 ball and 2 strikes from Billy Humphrey to Ryan Callahan. 1 gone. 2 runners in scoring position for the Pios here in the top of the 8th. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Humphrey comes set. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and just fouled back. Out of place, so count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tie game here in the top of the 8th at 2 after Jake Jeremiah scores on the E6. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Humphrey comes set. The 1-2 pitch. 1-2. That one is grounded to short. Cade Wood will make the throw to the plate. And now Alex Surface is caught between third and home. He will be called out. And a huge out for the Plainsmen as Surface gets caught trying to go to third. Cade Wood with a huge play there. So now runners at the corners, 2 outs, and the Plainsmen chance to get out of it with only 1 run to come across. So Callahan now stands at first after the fielder's choice. Weisner now stands at third. Zerfis is caught trying to head home. So bring up Adam Enyart. He's reached on an error, a walk, and a double back in the 7th. So righty to righty with 2 gone here in the top of the 8th. Tie ball game with the go-ahead run standing at third. Plainsman trying to get out of it. Humphrey comes set, ready for the first pitch. First pitch on its way, misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Billy Humphrey to Adam Enyart. Shadows covering most of Billwood Field here on this Monday night in a game with huge playoff implications in North Platte. 1 ball and no strikes. Humphrey comes set. 1-0. That one is lined sharply to Zervine at second. He stops it, flips it on to second, and the Plainsmen will get out of it. Plainsmen do allow the tying run to score, but ultimately get out of a bad spot. So we head to the bottom of the 8th for Western Nebraska. 1 run and 1 hit, 1 error. They leave 1 on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Do it for the Plainsmen. It'll be Flagg, Johnson, and Higgs. After 7.5, we're tied up at 2. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Why do they call it peg leg?
Well, the brewmaster does only have 1 leg.
I heard it happened many years ago. He was out there looking for the Floridian barley plant. Alligator came out, surprised him, snatched his leg right off. But he killed that alligator with his bare hands, kept the barley, and that's why the beer is so good.
Nah, that seems ridiculous, man.
That's what I heard. He was a mad scientist, but he had a huge explosion. So to save his life, he hid behind a keg of beer, but he did lose his leg. And ever since then, he brews beer as an homage to his leg.
Why was there a keg in a science lab, though?
Even mad scientists like drinking beer.
No, you have it all wrong. He was on his way home from brew school one day. He met a bear. He had to fight that bear off with a beer bottle.
Sounds suspicious.
Boys, this is a vasectomy gone wrong.
Individual cuts and bundles online at
Things for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is the convenient choice for group transportation when you travel locally or across the country. Adventure to great places.
Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr.
With you here in the bottom of the 8th from Billwood Field as we have a tie game between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers, tied up at 2 after Pioneers were able to get 1 in the top half of the 8th. Jace Jeremiah scored off the E6 over at short by Cade Wood. But nonetheless, the Plainsmen are, for the most part, able to get out of it. So there were a lot of chances for the Pioneers in the top half of the inning, and they only end up scoring 1. As this will bring up Connor Flagg to lead off this bottom half of the 8th. Your defense has been able to do it for you. Now the offense needs to answer, as Connor Flagg is 0 for 2 in this one. 2 flyouts, a walk, and a run scored so far for Connor Flagg through 3 at-bats. Lefty steps in to face Brian Bruxfort. First pitch is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to start out Brian Bruxfort to Connor Flagg. It's Flagg, Johnson, and Higgs due up here in the 8th. 4, 5, and 6. Not a bad spot to be in the order. No balls and 1 strike. Bruxfort to Flagg. Connor Flagg lines that one sharply to Jeremiah. It gets past his glove. Connor Flagg will reach. It's a leadoff infield single for Connor Flagg. Now the go-ahead run stands at first. I also bring up Lucas Johnson, who's had a heck of a night. 3 for 3, 2 doubles, a single, a run scored, and a stolen base. Johnson comes in after the leadoff single, and now Coach Garcia for the Pioneers will head out, and it looks like this is going to be it for Brian Bruxford. We'll meet the new pitcher when we come back. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsman Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Hello, I'm Alex.
Memories is proud to be the official photographer of your Plainsmen. Developing Memories professional photo studio downtown North Platte has been capturing all your priceless memories from the little leagues to the majors, hitting grand slams with their professional quality and stealing your hearts as you see those priceless photos of your kids rolling over, then their toothless smiles, their dimples, their freckles, to showing off who they are in their senior photos. Developing Memories has been in the game for 20 years, and though getting your photos taken might not be quite as much fun as cheering on your favorite team, Developing Memories does make the photo sessions a fun and enjoyable experience. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories downtown North Platte. Quality photos, enjoyable experience, and affordable with no session fees. And be sure to check out our $20 mini sessions and $15 school packages. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime.
Bill Woodfield. Join the fun as the Plainsmen.
Chuck Heeman, operating owner of your North Platte Plainsmen. Stop by Jerry Remus Chevrolet, the only full-service dealer in North Platte and the surrounding area. Get your car worked on in our beautiful body shop. While you're there, check out the new and used inventory at Jerry Remus Chevrolet on South Jeffers in North Platte.
I've got the keys to your new car, Jerry Remus Chevrolet.
Woodfield. The Plainsmen.
For a beautiful lawn and landscape, head to Hiddeners. They have everything you need to have a successful and enjoyable yard and garden, including healthy plants, hardy stock, premium fertilizers, and professional products, all at competitive prices. Get seasoned advice from Hiddeners' trusted staff, serving North.
Back with you from Bill Woodfield as the Pioneers, after the leadoff single, will go to the bullpen. Brian Bruxford, he ends up going an inning and 2/3. No runs for now, but that runner at first would be his responsibility. 1 hit, no strikeouts, and a walk. Into the game comes Minato Tatano, the 5'8" right-hander from Tokyo, Japan. Plays his college ball at Olone Junior College. He'll step in here to try to keep things where they are here in the bottom of the 8th in a tie game at 2. Tatano on the season, 3 appearances. He's only pitched 5 innings. 1 run, 2 hits. His 1 run is earned, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, no record, and a 1.80 ERA. He comes in a big spot here after the leadoff single by Connor Flagg, and the red-hot Lucas Johnson stepping into the plate, who's 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a single. Johnson will come in to face Tatano, getting his 4th appearance of the year for Western Nebraska. Definitely the biggest spot he's come in so far this year with his team trying to clinch the playoffs here tonight. Johnson steps in, single, double, double. So far for Johnson, Connor Flagg stands at first after his leadoff infield single. Tatano first pitch to Johnson is fouled back and out of play. No balls and 1 strike to start out Minato Tatano to Lucas Johnson. And Johnson red hot at the plate for the Plainsmen, trying to keep things going here. Get that go-ahead run to score from first. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Johnson came into this game batting .556 in 7 games. His batting average just continues to climb with the Plainsmen so far this summer. No balls and 1 strike. Tatano looks on to Johnson. Here's the 0-1. 0-1, big swing and a miss. It's now no balls and 2 strikes from Tatano to Johnson. Again, Tatano taking the place of Brian Bruxford, who goes an inning and 2/3. No balls and 2 strikes. Tatano comes set. Here's the 0-2. Johnson lines that one into deep left field, but it is right to Enyart. No! Enyart It looks like he dropped it. That is a huge error by Enyart out in left field. Connor Flagg gets to second, and now runners at first and second. Still nobody out. As that one was lined hard off the bat, but it was right to Enyart, the left fielder. Maybe a little bit of that sun is still in his eyes. It's for the most part set. Now both teams with 2 errors in this one, and that one is huge. So this will bring up Connor Higgs, who flew out, has tripled, and has walked. He's knocked in 2 RBIs. So the go-ahead run now stands at second with Connor Flagg. Connor Higgs steps into the batter's box. He was the hero back on Saturday in that 6-5 win for the Plainsmen over Casper, and now he is trying to come through, get the go-ahead run in with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Titano comes set. First pitch here to Connor Higgs. Higgs shows bunt, backs off. First pitch will catch the bottom part of the strike zone. No balls and 1 strikes to start out Titano to Connor Higgs. And Plainsmen have not scored since the 4th. The lefty Connor Higgs trying to come through here in the 8th. No balls and 1 strike. Titano comes set. Here's the 0-1. Again showed bunt. Higgs fouls it back. So no balls and 2 strikes from Titano to Higgs. Higgs trying to lay down the bunt to advance the runners to second and third with 1 out. No balls and 2 strikes here. Titano to Higgs. No balls and 2 strikes. Titano comes set. Titano giving a long look at Flagg on second. Here's the 0-2 to Higgs. That one almost low. 1 ball and 2 strikes now from Minato Titano to Connor Higgs. Again, runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th, and a tie game at 2 between the Plainsmen and the Pioneers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Titano comes set. The 1-2 pitch to Connor Higgs. Now it'll skip in the dirt. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Titano again to Higgs. Righty to lefty with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. So 2-2 the count. Higgs stands at second with Johnson at first. Tie game at 2. Plainsmen out hitting the Pios by 1, 8-7. Both teams with 2 errors. As now Titano will step off. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Connor Higgs. Both dugouts very passionate in this game, and a huge playoff implication game between these 2 teams. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Titano looks on. Here's the pitch. 2-2 just gets a piece of it foul. Fouls it back to the screen, so count still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Titano to Higgs, righty to lefty. Connor Flagg stands at second. Lucas Johnson at first. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Higgs. Will miss. Count now goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Minato Titano to Connor Higgs. Nobody up in the Pioneers bullpen currently. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With runners at first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Full count pitch. Swung out and fouled back. This is a fantastic at-bat here from Connor Higgs. You could not ask for a better at-bat here from Connor Higgs, who has continued to fight against Minato Titano. Titano trying to get an important first out for the Pioneers here in the bottom of the 8th. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Titano looks on to Higgs. Full count pitch. 3-2. That one will miss. Bases will now be loaded for the Plainsmen with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. So now for the Plainsmen, you cannot let this opportunity go by. With the bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Oscar Stark steps in, who is 0 for 3, fly-out, strikeout, and a fielder's choice for the righty from Washington State. Comes in with the bases juiced, infield plays in, as we will see a pinch runner here. Jalen Ruffin will go take the place of Lucas Johnson over at second. Speedy Ruffin taking his place. So Jalen Ruffin now takes the place of Lucas Johnson at second. Flag is at third. Connor Higgs is at first. Infield playing in for Western Nebraska with the bases loaded and nobody out. First pitch to Oscar Stork. Swung on, fouled up and out of play. Count will start out no balls and 1 strike. So 0-1 the count starts here from Minato Titano to Oscar Stark. Higgs on first, Ruffin on second, flag at third. Nobody out, game tied at 2. 0-1 from Titano. Swung on and missed at the high fastball. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. Angel De La Cruz stands on deck for the Plainsmen. Garrett Thompson in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Titano comes set, ready for the 0-2. 0-2 on its way. Out on this low and away. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now from Minato Titano to Oscar Stork. Jalen Ruffin, who pinch ran for Lucas Johnson. He's stolen 6 bases in 19 games. Speedy Ruffin standing at second, taking the place of Lucas Johnson. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Titano comes set, looks on to Stark. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. That one is going to be lined into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. The go-ahead run will score. Jalen Ruffin is on its way. The throw is going to be in time, but the Plainsmen take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th off the RBI shot by Oscar Stark to score Connor Flagg. It's now 3-2 North Platte here in the bottom of the 8th. Plainsmen still a chance for more as well as Connor Higgs stands at third. Oscar Stark now at second. As it looked like Jalen Ruffin was going to beat him, but Enyart with a bullet of a throw from left field. There wasn't much Ruffin could do, as it looked like Ruffin might get in there with ease. But that was just an amazing throw. So 3-2 North Platte now leads this one here in the bottom of the 8th. Stark now stands at second with Connor Higgs at third. Angel De La Cruz, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out, steps in. Infield still in for Western Nebraska. First pitch to De La Cruz is fouled up and out of play. No balls and 1 strike from Titano to Oscar Stark. So that run that scored will go the way of Brian Bruxford. He ends up going an inning and 2/3. 1 run, 1 hit, no strikeouts, and a walk. So now any other runner that scores will be the responsibility of Titano. De La Cruz grounds that one to short. Jeremiah will make the throw home, and now Connor Higgs is caught between third and home. They will tag him out. So now runners will be at the corners. So Plainsmen now in danger of only scoring 1. They had the base loaded with nobody out. So now runners at the corners with 2 out. So Higgs gets caught between third and home. De La Cruz reaches on the fielder's choice. So now runners at the corners. It'll be up to Garrett Thompson if the Plainsmen want to score any more here in the bottom of the 8th. That was similar to what we saw in the top half of the inning when Pioneers got a little greedy trying to get another run. When Cade Wood made the throw home. Thompson comes in, who is 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout, and a flyout. He has Oscar Stark at third. De La Cruz at first. First pitch is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to start out Titano to Garrett Thompson. No balls and 1 strike. Titano looks on to Thompson. Titano comes set with the 0-1. 0-1. That one is going to be struck up into left field. Enyart moving after it. That'll end off the inning. So Plainsmen end up only getting one out of it, but that one was an important one as they take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th. They score 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error. They leave 2 on base. Way to the top of the 9th, 3 outs away for the Plainsmen. It'll be Dottie, Wall, and Smelko due up. After 8 complete, the Plainsmen lead this one 3-2. It's North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
This is Gracie Wenzel, the marketing and promotions intern for the North Platte Plainsmen. You know us, we're Jimmy John's. Stop by your trusted sandwich shop in the North Platte area at 410 East Leota Street. We offer delivery, pickup, and in-store eating. Choose from our wide variety of sandwiches where you get to decide how the sandwich is made. Order a combo and get some chips and a thirst-quenching drink. Call us at 308-532-8000. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or stop by. Jimmy John's, where we get you your sandwiches freaky fast.
Hey, Joe Bob Sugarmaker here. It's rodeo time, and if you're Western Wear...
Maple Park Dental Associates has the best quality dental care and the friendliest staff with top-notch dentists in 3 locations. You can be sure to get your regular checkups and cleanings, plus any dental care anyone in your family needs, including fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, wisdom tooth extractions, implants, dentures, partials, straightening, and whitening. They can even help with those facial fine lines and wrinkles. Love your smile with the help of Maple Park Dental Associates with offices in North Platte, Sutherland, and Broken Bow.
Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what
Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source, Star Cattle Company, our family farm and ranch since 1912, located right here in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or eighth beef.
Well, here we go. Top of the 9th, Plainsmen trying to keep their playoff first half hopes alive. Plainsmen leading this one 3-2 after the RBI knock by Oscar Stork in the bottom of the 8th. Connor Dowdy will lead things off, facing Billy Humphrey to start out the top of the 9th. First pitch misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes to start out Billy Humphrey to Connor Dowdy. That one was right on the inner half of the plate. Humphrey was a little frustrated that one was not called. 1 ball and no strikes. Humphrey kicks and deals. 1-0 fastball thrown down the heart of the plate. Count will even out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Humphrey came in a scary spot back in the 8th. Got out of it with only 1 run coming to the plate, which went to the credit of Blake Priest. The 1-1 pitch. That one is in there again. Catches the inner bottom corner. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Pioneers down to their last 3 outs. Pioneers would still have a chance to clinch the playoffs if they can win against Hastings tomorrow. Plainsmen need a win today and a Hastings win tomorrow for them to clinch the first half. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one will just miss upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now from Humphrey to Dowdy. Dowdy singled in the 3rd, scored a run, lined into a 4-3 double play, and walked back in the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Humphrey to Dowdy. Humphrey comes set with the 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, strikeout number 1 for Billy Humphrey, and 1 gone now in the top of the 9th. So now 2 outs away for North Platte. It's bottom of the order with Jackson Wall, who is 1 for 3, a single, a groundout, and a strikeout so far for him in this one. Wall, the righty, steps in to face Humphrey. With 1 gone, nobody on for the Pioneers here in the top of the 9th. Plainsmen leading this one 3-2. Humphrey comes set, ready for the first pitch to Wall. First pitch fouled up and out of play on the first base side, so Ken will start out no balls and 1 strike. No balls and 1 strike. Humphrey to Wall with 1 gone in the top of the 9th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Now it'll miss upstairs. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Then Plainsmen need a win today and a Western Nebraska loss tomorrow against the Hastings Sodbusters to clinch the first half. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed at the high fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes now from Billy Humphrey to Jackson Wall. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Humphrey looking on to Jackson Wall. Humphrey comes set with the 1-2. 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. It's 2 straight strikeouts for Billy Humphrey, and the Pioneers are now down to their last out here in the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Pioneers will be Eric Smelko, who is 1 for 4, a single, 2 flyouts, and a line out. The lefty steps in with 2 gone, nobody on for the Pioneers here in the top of the 9th. Humphrey, the righty, looks on to the lefty Smelko. Humphrey comes set, ready for the first pitch. Swung on it and fouled back into the catcher's made a flag. No balls and 1 strike to start out Humphrey to Smelko. No one won the count. Humphrey comes set. 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back to the screen. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 gone. Plainsmen up by 1 in the top of the 9th. Humphrey comes set. Facing Smelko. Here's the 0-2. That one is swung on, grounded to second. Servine is on it. Throw off of 1 foot. On to first is in time. The Plainsmen finish out the first half with a bang. They get a 3-2 victory over the Western Nebraska Pioneers, and they keep their first half winning hopes alive. Again, they'll have to hope for a Hastings Sodbusters win tomorrow, but no matter what a first half it's been for North Platte in their inaugural season. They win this one 3-2 over the Western Nebraska Pioneers. North Platte is now 3-4 against Western Nebraska this year. Man, there have been some battles between these two teams. They'll play 4 straight times to start out the second half. Can't wait for those games, but tonight, the Plainsmen are victorious. They win this one 3-2 over the Western Nebraska Pioneers. They now look ahead to tomorrow, where they'll have an off day and probably all be watching the Hastings Sodbusters YouTube stream to see if the Sodbusters can beat the Pioneers and give the Plainsmen the first half clinching and playoff clinching spot. Our Nebraska Land Bank post-game show is coming up, including my conversation with head coach J.M. Kelly. This is North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403. That is the number of windshields, glass showers, windows, appliance repairs, and home furnishing sales our company's completed in 2021. That level of activity does not happen by accident or wouldn't continue if we did not provide the best value when you call any of our businesses to your home. We are committed to doubling that number in 2022, and I wanted to personally invite you to experience this unmatched service for yourself. Our teams at Glass Doctor, Mr. Appliance, and Premier Rental Purchase are ready to serve you today.
I'm John Willis, play-by-play.
This is Christina Willard, Director of Sales of Marketing for the North Platte Plainsmen. Pizza, like baseball, is America's pastime, and what better place to get pizza than your local Domino's? Happening now, you can get 20% off on regular orders. There is a coupon available online, and you can also come in or call, and we will apply this killer deal to your purchase. This deal is available for carry-out or delivery. Visit us at 1815 West A Street in North Platte, order online at Domino's.com, or call us at 308-534-0400. That's 308-534-0400. Domino's.
On Google Play. Go Plainsmen.
Hi, this is Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the
2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pinky erasers, check. 3-ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years from now? When you're shopping for something this priceless, quality matters. Come experience the difference at Developing Memories Professional Photo Studio, downtown North Platte. You'll experience professional quality with over 20 years of experience, professional developing, a fun, relaxed environment, and to top it all off, you get to choose your favorite photo and select from any of our 20 different school backgrounds. Photo packages that contain photos for your wall and also to share with grandparents, aunts, and uncles start at just $15. You can even toss in a magnet for Grandma's fridge and a keychain for yourself. That's right, $15 and over 20 different school backgrounds for your school photos. So show off those missing teeth, those cheesy smiles, those dimples, and those freckles. We're developing memories into photos to last you a lifetime downtown North Platte. $20 mini sessions and $15 school packages. We're developing memories.
Birdwood Beef, we are pleased to offer you the beef our family has raised and loved for years, and we are here to ensure you know exactly where your beef comes from. Our cattle are raised on vast grassland pastures in the Nebraska Sandhills and are finished on grain produced on our farm. As a result, we produce well-marbled, high-quality beef. Birdwood Beef has one primary source, Star Cattle Company, our family farm and ranch since 1912, located right here in Lincoln County. We currently sell dry-age individual cuts and bundles online at birdwoodbeef.com and whole, half, quarter, or eighth beef locally in North Platte and Lincoln, Nebraska. We also ship nationwide every Monday. Place your order today at birdwoodbeef.com and follow Birdwood Beef on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about your local beef producer. Birdwood Beef, ranch-raised, grain-finished Nebraska beef.
Take hold. And how big of a hole do I need to plant it in? So I went to Hibner's.
Chuck Heeman, operating owner of your North Platte Plainsmen. Stop by Jerry Remus Chevrolet, the only full-service dealer in North Platte and the surrounding area. Get your car worked on in our beautiful body shop. While you're there, check out the new and used inventory at Jerry Remus Chevrolet on South Jeffers in North Platte.
I've got the keys to your new car. Jerry Remus Chevrolet.
$25 a month and no contracts. This offer expires Saturday, June 4th. North
Chad Fosdick from the people that you know and trust and the owner of Glass Doctor, Mr. Plines, and Premier Rental Purchase. 3,403.
Hey, I'm Kelly on our Nebraska Land Bank postgame show where the Plainsmen are victorious in this one 3-2. And Coach, low-scoring, close battle between you and Western Nebraska. What were the emotions like in this one, and how big did it feel to end off the first half this way?
That's kind of a theme, isn't it? Close games with Western Nebraska. Feels awesome. I think that's 4 games in a row now that we were able to walk away with a win, and just a great job by the team. Resiliency. You know, we said it the other day, resiliency and excellence, and in the face of adversity, Cade Wood makes the error. It's not an easy routine play. It's a hard play. He's playing in, ball's hit right at him. Doesn't make that play, but then he turns right back around and makes the next play and allows us to keep the game at 2-2. Pitching staff all the way around. Five Ash didn't have his best stuff today. Could have easily left him in there and tried to let him figure it out, but again, we had to play this game like the championship game, and Caleb Bunch comes in and does a phenomenal job. And then just the rest of the way, Blake didn't have his best stuff tonight, but it's just one of those days. That's where it was really important for Billy to come in and pick him up, and so just, again, a phenomenal job all the way around. Offensively, we found a way to get things done. We threatened every inning, it felt like. There were just obviously some we couldn't get anything across. Almost all of them we couldn't get anything across. So, again, just a phenomenal job by our guys to not give up and stick with it and keep going.
You always talk about how much you love and respect Western Nebraska, from their coaching staff to their players. You guys have had some really fun battles this season. You guys play 4 straight to start out the second half with them. Just how much are you looking forward to continue to play this, team that it seems like there's always really fun games between you two?
I love Antonio, and there's not a lot of people that I say I love, and I genuinely love that guy. He's a phenomenal coach, phenomenal human being. Again, just a class act and somebody that you want to surround yourself with in the coaching world. So those guys do things the right way, and that's what's awesome about it. Tomorrow we're going to find out if we finish in first place or if we finish in second. I rephrase that. We're going to finish in first place either way. We just clinched first. Now we just have to figure out seeding-wise where we fall for the playoff spot through the first half. But to really answer your question again, it's awesome getting to play those guys, and I respect the hell out of him, and he respects the hell out of me, and that's what makes it fun, is to play games like that and know at the end of the day we'll get to shake each other's hand and give each other a hug, and the friendship continues on no matter what happens out here. So
So now, you look ahead, you mentioned it's kind of out of your hands now going into tomorrow, but, first half of the inaugural season for the North Platte Plainsmen, you guys finished the first half 17-10. I got to imagine no matter what happens tomorrow, you just got to be so proud of how this team has started out.
We feel good about it. I mean, just like I told those guys, we didn't have the North Platte Plainsmen until mid-December or January. I don't even remember. Everybody else in this league has been going since, September, putting their team together, and we didn't start putting this thing together till January. So the fact that these guys, and it's not because we're way more talented than anybody else. I think we're extremely talented, but the group itself is all really bought into each other, and they're there for each other every step of the way. This is one of the tightest knit groups I've ever been around, and I think that says a lot about the success we've had on the field.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by. It's been
John.
Head Coach Jam Kelly on our Nebraska Land Bank post-game show. We'll step aside one final time, get you a final look at this one as we bring you North Platte Plainsmen baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
Number 2 pencils, check. 24 markers, check. 2 pinky erasers, check. 3 ring notebook, check. You'll be shopping for a lot of things for school, but what's more important than your school photos? Pencils will break, markers will get lost, but your school photos will capture that moment forever. They won't just be on display this year at the house, but on your grandma's fridge, and even on display at your graduation. How many years?
Chuck Heeman, operating owner of your North Platte Plainsmen. Stop by Jerry Remus Chevrolet, the only full-service dealer in North Platte and the surrounding area. Get your car worked on in our beautiful body shop. While you're there, check out the new and used inventory at Jerry Remus Chevrolet on South Jeffers in North Platte.
I've got the keys to your new car, Jerry Remus Chevrolet.
You can even toss in a magnet for
things for certain. This year, you're going places, and Adventure Bus and Charter can take you in style. Choose from a variety of coaches for large groups, youth groups, church groups, any group. With several locations in the heart of America, Adventure Bus is
the one final time in the first half as the North Platte Plainsmen finish out the first half of the season with a record of 17-10. And they are currently first in the Nebraska Land Division. They will be tied for first no matter what. Western Nebraska has the tiebreaker over the Plainsmen, so the Plainsmen need a Hastings Sodbusters victory tomorrow to clinch that playoff spot at the end of July, early August. Let's go over the final numbers for this one. For North Platte, 3 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, they leave 8 on base. For Western Nebraska, 2 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, they leave 7 on base. The winning pitcher is Billy Humphrey. Losing pitcher will be Brian Bruxvort. Game started at 6:38 with an end time of 9:19. Let's go over the pitchers for this one. For Western Nebraska, Harrison Blum went 5 1/3, 2 runs, 7 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Brian Bruxvort, who took the loss, went an inning and 2/3, 1 run, 1 hit, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. And Manedo Tateno, who came in, he pitched an inning, no runs, 1 hit, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. For the Plainsmen, Caden Five-Ash, he got the start. 3 1/3, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. No decision for Five-Ash here tonight. Caleb Bunch came in, pitched 3 2/3, no runs, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Blake Priest, he did not finish a third. He had 1 run, 1 hit, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. And then Billy Humphrey, who got the win, 2 innings, no runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. It was a back-and-forth game in this one offensively. Jace Jeremiah was 2 for 4, a single, a double. He had the RBI to give the Pioneers the lead back in the third. Then it was the E6 to score Jace Jeremiah in the 8th. That gave the Pioneers the tie back in the 8th. For the Plainsmen offensively, 2 RBI triple by Connor Higgs in the 4th, put the Plainsmen up ahead then, and then kind of a lull scoring-wise until the 8th when Oscar Stark came through with the bases loaded, nobody out, with an RBI knock to score Connor Flagg. Jalen Ruffin was called out at the plate, but that would end up being the winning run for the Plainsmen as they win this one 3-2. Lucas Johnson was brilliant. He was 3 for 4. 2 doubles, a single, and an error, and he reached on an error. So that'll wrap up our coverage, and that'll wrap up the first half of the season for the North Platte Plainsmen in their inaugural season. It has been a fun start to this season. Hoping for a Hastings Sodbusters win tomorrow, but as Coach Kelly mentioned, what this team has done in the first half of their first season as a team has been absolutely magnificent. We'll be back for the second half of the season on Thursday, 7:35, first pitch in Western Nebraska in Gehring to start out a 4-game series with the Pioneers, doubleheader on Friday, off day Saturday, and one final game with the Pioneers on Sunday. So that'll wrap up our coverage here from Bill Wood Field. The Plainsmen are victorious 3-2. The record is now 17-10. I've been John Willis, and you've been listening to and watching North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network and our YouTube channel.
You've been listening to North Platte Plainsmen Baseball on the Plainsmen Radio Network. Visit northplatteplainsmen.com for information regarding tickets, promotions, merchandise, and much more.